And welcome in, everybody. So this is the latest tier list from Japan, from Pitch Black, but remember, it's only gym battles. As you can see, Dragapult, when you combine both versions, the Dusknoir and the Blaziken versions, we're we're over 25%, baby. You know, you thought it was gonna go down. No, we're right back to where we started. It's even better than it was before. Well, no, Ghost Veil is the best deck that's not named Dragapult. It goes Ghost Veil, Excadrill, Festival Lead, and then, you know, Zoroark, Ogerpon, Alakazam, Grimmsnarl, Lucario. So, yeah, we've said this for a while. The only thing that's going to get rid of Dragapult is rotation. So it's just going to be rotation that sees Dragapult leave the world. It's going to be a fun time, right? We're going to have so much fun. It's so funny that just, you know, as much as they try, they gave us a deck pretty much designed to counter it. But the problem with Ghost Veil, I did a little bit of testing. I played with myself a little bit. I've actually been kind of surprised by Mega Chandelure. That's been doing really well. But yeah, Excadrill is pretty good. Ghost Veil is pretty good, but it does struggle a bit against Excadrill because Excadrill heals itself. So with Jumbo Ice Cream, you have to 3-shot Excadrill. So that can be a little annoying. But yeah, Ghost Veil is really good as long as you get off to a good start. But if you get bricked up, like you're seeing a Vaporeon for the first time, yeah. So yeah, this is the thing. And then I found a couple other tier lists just from a couple other sources, just sort of, you know, doing their own thing. So like this one tier list I found was Never Let Me Down. Thank you for gifting another sub. So even when I'm not streaming, you can still use my Beedrill emote wherever you want. But yeah, this tier list has Delmise in tier 3, but it was only Saturday, Sunday. So it's a little bit different. Like the Poké Pad one was the entire week. And then some of these ones, yeah, then like this one was the weekend, but they tracked it differently. So it's also, you know, what tier list do you look at? But yeah, Poké Pad is the one that I always go with because they're, you know, the most accurate and they do really well. But yeah, there you go. This is another one. It's Dragapult is a quarter of the meta. That's all you have to know. Dragapult is a quarter of the meta. No one is happy. And when I do my Pitch Black preview videos, it's just going to be like, yeah, these are Delmise and Excadrill are playable, but Dragapult's still a quarter of the meta. Yep. That's how it goes. All right, so the forbidden combo is Froslass Arboliva. I saw a few people, you know, do it on limitless tournaments, so I'm a filthy net decker. I'm just net decking all over the place, so it's just Froslass Arboliva. But something I did want to show you is this. Wait, what? Why can't I? Where's the thing? Do I have to go? Oh, do I have to go to? Wait, why isn't the thing popping up? Okay, do I have to go to? I have to go to edit deck. Okay, that's how it happens. So that's how it happens. Is you have to click on edit deck. So this is the new exchange all unowned. Obviously, I own 99% of cards in the game. Yeah, it spreads all the cheeks. So if you're wondering what's the exchange all button look like, this is what it looks like. You just go edit deck, exchange all unowned. It tells you what you're exchanging. It's very boring. It's cool new animation they added, but that's about it. And then I also have Clefable and Diancie. So yeah, we'll just start with this and go from there. Oppenheimer, I got 12 wins. So yeah, let me catch up on chat here real quick. No, I'm not playing Zangoose with Sprigatito. And Texan Space Agency. Wait, what's a stereotype about Texas? Do they just pretend like the rockets are guns or something and they shoot them into the sky? I'm trying to make a space agency joke about Texas. And Lena, and Never Let Me Know, whatever you want. When you hit 100 gifted subs, we can do whatever you want. And no, Lena, people can still give me money. It's just it's diminishing returns. So, oh, this is GG's. I already win. I've already won the game. I am him. All right, so let's go for, you know, let's just stunt on him. Let's just stunt on him with triple Froslass. I don't even care if it's the right move. We're just go. This is a terrible starting hand, by the way. Let's just immediately go into. Let's go for the Smoliv, and then we'll go from there. It's very simple. But I did some testing earlier. Horrible hands. I've never seen such horrible hands. There was one game against Hop Zacian that I would have absolutely obliterated them in as long as I had bosses. I literally got down to 0 cards in deck. Didn't see a bosses, prized all the bosses. If I just had a single copy of bosses in the deck, I win the game easily. All the bosses were prized. Yeah, I got 12 wins. I won 11 games, and then I won the build and battle game. And besides, well, there is no strongest type. Well, I mean, I guess Dragon would be the strongest type, but Dragon D's nuts, am I right? But that's the thing with the Pokemon TCG is, I've said this before, I'll say it again. It is nothing like Magic, where with Magic, you're like, oh yeah, what's the most powerful color? In Pokemon, there's so much mixing and matching, you can't really, do that. All right, I have honestly, I have never, ever hit a Lucian where I get heads, they get tails. So today it changes. Today I'm going to get heads, they're going to get tails because it's Dragapult. Thank you. Thank you. Come on. Yes! Okay, instant. I mean, this is a terrible, unplayable hand, but instant concede, right? Instant concede these nuts into your mouth. And Lena, am I happy that Canada made top 16? I mean, I'm not unhappy. They're going to get eliminated whoever they face next. But, yeah, I mean, they won. That's cool. All right, so the odds of me being able to do anything next turn are extremely low. Germany went behind to Paraguay. Oh, no. All right, this is not fair. I Lucianed them into 3 cards. They got Dragapult Lillie. Okay, well they have look how many abilities they have. And then I'm gonna Lilies into nothing. I'm gonna Lilies into 8 cards, get absolutely nothing, and I'm gonna be big sad. If I could just play with a Poké Pad to help block my terminal period, I would be so happy right now. But they don't come in my size, apparently. And Paybe, no, you want to keep the Blowtorch. You want to keep the Blowtorch for Hero's Cape and Legacy Energy and all those other things. I mean, you can swap the Blowtorch, but as you saw in the stream, if I didn't have the Blowtorch, if I couldn't blow my opponent, I would not have won. So being able to blow your opponent is very, very important. Okay, this is going to be the worst moment of my life when I Lilies into nothing. And that one Munkidori is going to... See, I told you. Lilies into nothing. This always happens. This is... Do not adjust your televisions. This is just what happens when Trust Your Pilot plays Pokemon cards and they hit me with a Budew. If that was not a Budew on the other side of the field and this was just a regular game, I would have Lilies into 4 Froslass. I don't even have 4 Froslass in the deck. I would have Lilies into 4 Froslass. It's that great. I would have literally Lilies into 4 Froslass. But because I'm facing Budew and I'm item locked, I'm only getting my items off the Lilies and energy and basics. And then, yep, they just... I remember when I Lucianed them to 3 and everything looked good? Do you remember when I did that and everything was like, oh yeah, you're going to be fine, Pilot. Everything's going to be great. You Lucianed your Dragapult player to 3 cards. You Lucian them to 3 cards. Oh no, wait, they got everything. Oh no, wait, they got Dracloak into Lilies, into bosses next turn, into Dragapult this turn, manual attachments. Oh, and you also can't find your Froslass anywhere. Those just don't exist, apparently. All right, well, I don't have a stadium, which is unfortunate. So I have to go... Oh, man. Yeah, I guess I just got to go for the Smoliv. And then Froslass. as much as I want the Dunsparce, I mean, I just got to protect my butt here, because you never know when 4 of the wind's around. You got to protect your butt when 4 of the wind's around. And of course, Trust Your Pilot did not get anything. And that's really cool. Trust Your Pilot got literally nothing. Fantastic. And there we go. Yep, that's just how it rolls. Yeah, I mean, this deck plays Secret Box. It plays 3 Forest of Vitality. But the cool thing is when I play someone else's deck, I can blame them. So I think this list went like 6-2 or 8-2 in a limitless tournament. But I can blame them. That, you know, as soon as I get my fingers inside it, then it stops working. That's not my fault, that's theirs. Also, this Froslass is going to die very, very soon. And Faithful, you know I don't play in tournaments because I want to give other people a chance. Right? You know, Azul won that tournament recently. If I was playing, Azul wouldn't have even stood a chancey. You have to remember, I literally won the first 2 major PDCGL tournaments. And yeah, notice how they're getting everything they need. It's almost like Dragapult is really, really good or something. Oh, are they just going for the Snorunt? That makes a lot more sense. All right, well, let's evolve into Mega Froslass and then fail miserably. Well, I mean, I'm not attacking with the Mega Froslass, okay? I'm not putting the Mega Froslass into play. That is, oh yeah, and then literally the next card is the freaking, oh, I evolved the wrong one. Well, it doesn't actually matter because I have Lana's 8. All right, so that's fine. It's bad, but it's fine. And then we go for Dolliv, Snorunt. All right, that guy goes there. Snorunt. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to lose is all I know. All I know, the time is a valuable thing. All right, so let's baste some people with my oil salvo. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Munkidori gets knocked out. And then I put the damage on the Meowth. And then I'm going to lose next turn because that's just what happens. I mean, I can literally lose this turn. I was going to say, I'm going to lose next turn. No, I can literally just lose the game this turn if they have Munkidori bosses. So they probably have Night Stretcher or probably just, you know, Night Stretcher bosses, GG. No, I know you're just trying to make a terrible pun, but this is a very easily winnable matchup. I just have to be able to play my items for 1 turn or get a couple Froslass just naturally. And PDCGL said, nah, bro. You're too slow, bro. So, let me quickly check. If you're wondering, I found, I think, every single name change between Japanese and English. I might have missed a couple ones. So retry badge is backtrack badge. Dark Bell is still Dark Bell. Fossil excavation site is Fossil Quarry. Gladion's decisive battle is Gladion's final battle in English. There's Gwyn, there's Jet. Jet is the worst card ever printed. Misty's energy is Misty's vitality. Heroic Bomb is now Tremendous Bomb, which I made a joke about Supergirl. And then Shadow Darkness is Shadowy Darkness, and Bolt Lightning Energy is Voltaic Lightning Energy. All right, so let's get you there. I don't think there's anything I can do. I just got to believe in the heart of the cards. Got to believe in the heart of the cards that have never failed me, and they failed me. Heart of the cards have never failed me before, and they failed me. All right, well, that's cool. Let's, yeah, let's base them with my oil salvo, I guess. I was actually surprisingly close to winning this game, too. Like, watch this. Like, it would have been 1-2, and then 1-2, and then 1. So, like, look at how close I was to just winning and not even knocking out a Dragapult. I mean, not that close, but I was just like 2 Froslass away. And never to let me down. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. You should get your head checked. Yeah, where's your head at? Maybe they disconnected. Oh no, they you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. And hit Susan, yeah. Okay, you know how Morty's conviction draws you cards based on how many Pokemon are on your opponent's bench? Jet draws cards based on how many Mega Evolution Pokemon your opponent has. So if you're facing any deck that doesn't have Megas, Jet is a useful card. And Crypto, I'm probably going to stream on YouTube a little bit during my hiatus if I do anything, like maybe once or twice. But like even right now, just streaming on Twitch and only having, you know, like a couple feet videos playing in the background, my computer's freaking out. And the dual streaming software that I use, because it sucks my internet dry if I do it the other way, the one that I use is, it's funny how I had all those Froslasses there. Funny how all those Froslasses just magically appeared in my hand. But the one that I use is CPU based. And thank you, ABC, for reminding me that PDC Gel hates me. So it taxes my computer more. Literally started the Shaymin. Literally started the Shaymin. Oh, it's Testicle Festival Mega Greninja, which I'm probably going to lose against because PDCGL is going to ruin my life. Oh, I called it useful and not useless? Oh, yeah, I meant, yeah, Jet's the most useless card ever made. Yes, there you go. Okay, Clan Burglar, this is why people don't like Twitch. You know, this is why people don't like coming over to Twitch. All right, well, I have to get as many... Ooh, that's terrible. All right, so I have to go and get... I mean, I guess I mount and Budew them. I guess. That seems terrible, but it's also what I guess I need to do right now. And then I go for Dawn. Let's get Snorunt, Froslass, Arboliva. Again, not what I want to do, but this is a very winnable matchup for us. So I just go, boom. As long as they don't have the nuts. As long as they don't draw the nuts, I'll be fine. Yeah, let me see. Actually, I can whip it out. I can whip out my jet engine, as the women call it. Just give me a second. Jump scare. Jump scare. And yeah, let's get Jet up on screen. So there's Jet. Draw a card for each of your opponent's Mega Evolution Pokemon in play. So it's Morty's Conviction, but 100 times worse. And this is one of the 84 cards that we're getting in Pitch Black. So that's just, yep, they had a Lillies, of course, but this is just the world we're living in 2026, is they only have 84 slots in decks, so naturally one of them is going to Jet. And that's just real sad. That is one of the worst Pokemon cards ever printed. You know, Grisham isn't much better, because Grisham also heals your opponent's Pokemon, but Grisham isn't, I guess Grisham isn't going to come out until Delta Rain. Unless they just sort of slam it into 30th Celebration. All right, so let's do that. Let us, yeah, let's just believe in the heart of the cards. What are they going to do? Ruin my life with Mega Greninja? I'd like to see them try. Look at how close I was. Look at how close I was to finishing myself off. All right, so let's go for Froslass. I mean, I guess I'm just going to Itchy Pollen again. Do I have a... Oh, yeah, I have it at Dunsparce. Okay, so we're good there. I don't want to give them the Forest of Vitality. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to say, I don't want to give them the Forest of Vitality because they can evolve, but I mean, they can evolve anyway. So yeah, there's Jet. Grisham is slightly more playable. Heal 50 damage from all Pokemon in play. So it's basically just a picnic basket in supporter form, which I don't think we necessarily need right now. You know, Picnic Basket was used against Gardevoir more than anything else. I don't know if there's... Oh my... Why would you evolve just to get Froslass? So yeah, I guess this is going to be in Delta Rain. Unless they randomly throw it into the Fires of Mount Doom. and put it in 30th Celebration, which I highly doubt it. Good God. All right, well, we have everything we need to win except energy. I have everything I could possibly need to win this game except freaking energy. And you know what? Just to be a butt face, I'm going to bring up their Thwacky. Because the Shaymin would get knocked out between turns. So this way it makes it harder for them to do anything in life. Yeah, I think it was more for Gardevoir because then they could, like, they would over-accelerate their energy and... Yeah, but I hear what you're saying. You're Goku and I hear what you're saying. And Razor, hey, if there's any 100-year-olds in there, let them know that, you know, I have a 65+ audience. There are, like, what was it? I can't even remember, but there was a few percentages that are 65+ that watch my videos somehow. And pay me? I did. Oh yeah, I guess I could add those back in. You know, this can just kind of be like a cleanup stream. A cleanup stream. Because I realistically only have 2 more streams. Right, it'll be today and then Saturday, and then maybe I'll do a random stream next week. But yeah, let's get Tauros, because Tauros is fun. And then, yeah, then it's pitch black. All right, this is perfect because I'm playing a grass deck. Unfortunately, guess who doesn't hit for weakness? Guess who doesn't hit for weakness? So I have to build up an aroma shot. And even then, I think I still probably lose the game. So I need their Rose Raid to show up. I need to put my fingers deep inside this secret box. This is a terrible start for a Garchomp matchup, by the way. All right, well, we have a chancey here. So, yeah, I think maybe I'll do, like, our Chaladon Saturday with, you know, like, a couple Prism Tower decks. Hey, there's a Lucian. Unfortunately, Trust Your Pilot has to get rid of everything. Oh, God. Seriously? Do I have to? Okay, so I'm going to get rid of Arboliva Energy. It's all part of the plan. Don't worry. And then I go for Lilies, that, Forest of Vitality, and Air Balloon. All right, so Buddy-Buddy Poffin for, I guess, Smoliv Snorunt. Because they're not doing anything turn 1. You're going to get that. I mean, I can't really take a chance that they have a bosses, but the last time I didn't play all the cards in my hand, they judged me. You know, you just got rid of a lot of resource. Not really, right? I can recover them with Night Stretchers and stuff. And I'm going to have to use Mega Froslass at some point. Do I think this PDC GL will reach the Big Smooth? Thank you. 3 years. You've been here for 3 years. Don't forget, you're here forever. So if I can just get a Dolliv this turn, or an Arboliva this turn, we're cooking. We're cooking with ass. All right, let's go. Smoliv Snorunt. Let me guess, I prized the rest of my Arboliva. No, we're good. We have Lana's Aid. We have a Night Stretcher. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Okay. Literally just need Ultra Ball, Night Stretcher, or Arboliva. We got everything. Wow, that's rare. What are you, the company that made Final Fantasy? That's rare. All right, yeah, let's go for Froslass. And I could go for Budew, but I think knocking out a Studio Ghibli makes a lot more sense here. So let's get rid of you and you. I will go for Arboliva. Then I have to knock out a Gible, set up the other Gible. Meanwhile, they still have a Roselia in the active. And I can just... Ooh, actually, do I go and get an energy? The problem with this strat is that this Arboliva will never be recovered. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm a crazy person. You would have said Contra's bad for a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. There we go. Love how the math does not work out there. Love how terribly the math works there. But the PDCGO will never reach the heights of PDCGO because you have to remember, PDCGO came out in 2011 and it just kept getting better and better over time. What are they doing? You better have Rare Candy Garchomp. You better have Rare Candy Garchomp. That's actually pretty good, Clam Burglar. They why would you sacrifice your Gabite? You should say goodbye to your Gabite. I don't know. But no, remember PDCGO came out 15 years ago. It had no competition at the time. And then, yeah, they realized what they did. they realized what they did. There was no competition at the time. There was no Hearthstone. There was no Magic Arena. There was no, League of Legends, I think probably just came out. Warcraft was the thing. But it's not just the more competition, it's also TCG Pocket. Right? If you wanted to play the Pokemon TCG online if you wanted to play the Pokemon trading card game online, not the Pokemon trading card game online, but if you wanted to play the Pokemon trading card game online, you had to play PDCGO. Now you have options. You can play TCG Pocket, or you can play PDCGO or PDCGL, or you can play Twin Leaf or TCG Masters. And also the availability of cards has never been higher. So, back in the day, we didn't live in a world where some of my most handsome viewers could make tens of thousands of dollars a month reselling cards to people who think shiny cardboard makes up for their lack of personality. Well, this seems bad. Hey, we got an air balloon. Still seems really bad, but we got an air balloon. And yeah, just, they're printing sets more than they ever have. I think, what was it, last year or the last 2 years combined equaled the amount of Pokemon cards they printed in the previous 27 years or something. And woke up, you're welcome. Hopefully my community wasn't too mean to you for, not being a pilot and for being woke. Are you a Snorlax after somebody played a flute? Because you're woke. Yeah, it was some crazy number that I can't quite remember where it was like, oh yeah, in the past year or two, they've printed more Pokemon cards than the past 20-something years combined. Because they did buy that processing plant. So they used to use a third-party company to make their cards. Then they were like, you know what? It would save us a lot of money in the long run if we just did it. Oh, this is terrible. All right, I'm going to evolve into this guy because they don't currently have any abilities. I need to get real lucky here. Oh, okay. All right. What the hell is happening? Woke up, Span. You're not allowed to leave. You're my good luck charm. They're always after me, Lucky Charms. All right, so I'm just going to knock out the Dratini. All right, so there we go. We knock out Dratini because I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's the threat. Oh, I also knock out Joltik. Nah, that's skill. That's skill. Okay, what the hell is that? You gotta concede. Okay, they're gonna go for Crown Opal. That's fine. But I can very easily overcome this because, I can baste you with my Oil Salvo twice and that knocks out Terapagos. But it is pretty cool that they got the Crown Opal. Not that it matters literally at all in this map. Okay, that is not what you should do. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but I'm assuming they have a nothing hand. So they basically just have to two-shot Arboliva and hope. They can't bring up the Froslass when they have a 0 card, like an unplayable hand. I guess in their mind, it was, I have an unplayable hand, so I need to get a prize card. So it was, they kind of went the opposite way. Right? There was one school of thought that was, hey, what if I try to two-shot the Arboliva and hope my top deck is good? Or What if I just, you know, don't believe in the heart of the cards and take a prize and see what happens? Well, sure. Let's throw him a boner. Press 1 if you want me to give him a boner. All right, give me tails, give them head. I want to see Lucian give them head. Somehow I got a good hand. And they got tails. I probably made their life worse. And they got tails, and I probably just made their life worse. Fantastic. All right, well, based them with my oil salvo. So, fun fact, I went on TikTok. I don't like TikTok because you can't zoom in. I don't like YouTube Shorts, and I don't like TikTok because you can't zoom in. It's really annoying when you're trying to see someone's toes. I mean, when you're trying to see the set, like, number for the cards to, you know, figure out the set list for Pitch Black. The only real card that I have to see is Mega Slowbro EX. So if you ever notice a Pitch Black opening out in the wild and Mega Slowbro EX, you can zoom in on, well, not the app. I'm a boomer. I only use my computer. But if you ever see a Pitch Black opening and Mega Slowbro EX is in it, and it's before like Wednesday morning, please let me know. Because that is the only card I'm waiting on. Mega Delphox as well, kind of, but I mean, I already kind of know that it's in. Yeah, they realized. They realized Trust Your Pilot is the GOAT, and they can't do anything. But I've kind of mostly confirmed, you know, almost all of the cards in Pitch Black. It's just I haven't seen Mega Slowbro or Mega Delphox, though they have to be in the set based on what they told us is in the set and how every other card works. But I still don't feel comfortable with For the Win's thumb up my with pushing my set list video live before I get full confirmation. All right, well, that's fine. But that's, I mean, I think no matter what, I'm going to post the video on Wednesday. And then Friday will be my pre-release guide, maybe Thursday, just depends how things work out. But I won't post it tomorrow. I will wait until Wednesday because it's really weird. There's just random people on TikTok and YouTube who just were like, yeah, I found one pack of Pitch Black and I opened it. And there was one really weird thing. There was a video on TikTok that was 8 seconds. It had 350,000 views. And it was just someone showing a sleeved booster of Pitch Black and saying, I have Pitch Black. And at 350, what is TikTok? what is TikTok? It wasn't them opening the pack. It was them taking an 8-second TikTok and saying, I bought a pack of Pitch Black, and they did not open it, and it had 350,000 views. What is the world? What is the world we live in? All right, so I mean, I guess I can shut off their items. Sure, let's try to be annoying. Let's try to be a butt face, and I'll go that into play. Because if I just get an energy or an air balloon, I'm fine. Oh, that's less good. That is, how badly do I want to shut off their items? This is a real question here. I might lose the game if I do this. So I would lose my balls. You know what? Let's just go for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. We're going to go get Lilies. And I don't have the, of course, I play Secret Box and we prize the air balloon. Of course. Why wouldn't I prize the air balloon? That's stupid. Of course the air balloon would be prized, Trust Your Pilot. You played Secret Box. What an idiot. And if they, oh God, I did the thing. If they hacking me, if they start hacking off, then I can just get rid of a Forest of Vitality. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to get rid of the Forest of Vitality, is because I knew they'd have the factory. Okay, this is mean. Why would you go for the Dunsparce? Unless they have the knockout, I would not go for the Dunsparce. And never to let me down. Hey, if it wasn't for TikTok, you probably wouldn't have nearly as much money. All right, Dunsparce. Oh, what the hell is this? Okay, this is fine, I guess. I'm going to item lock them again, worst case scenario. Yeah, they probably think it stops Froslass. Wow, that was bad. They probably think it A, stops Froslass, and B, stops Arboliva. And then they're going to be in for a rude awakening, like when a Caterpie uses String Shot on me. So yeah, just this is definitely a loss, I think, now, because I haven't done anything for 17 turns. There's another Dudunsparce. All right, so it's finally Darkest Before the Dawn. And then I can go for, well, I need Dolliv. So Dolliv, Dunsparce, Arboliva. And then, yeah, that goes there. I don't think I bother with Aroma Shot at any point. I don't think I want to Aroma Shot my pants. I don't think that's necessary. All right, then I'll attach to the Smoliv. Probably just, yeah, put all the damage on the Honchkrow, because I don't want to activate Archer. As long as I don't activate Archer, I think that's GG's. And now they basically have to put 2 Murkrow down, or else I can wipe their butt. So they have to put a second Murkrow down, or else the game, yeah, they're going to go for Professor Proton. Oh, they're going for Ariana. No, they should have, depending on what their hand is, they probably should have gone for Proton and saved the Poké Pad for a Porygon or a Honchkrow. But it seems like things have worked out for them. And there's another Smoliv that I definitely don't need. Oh my god, why is everyone just conceding today? And if you couldn't tell, I'm not making a YouTube video. This will be a VOD channel exclusive. It'll be an absolute VOD channel exclusive, because I think I'm just in that, you know, in between. I'm in the taint of, you know, old set, new set. Yeah, just, I think we can call this the taint period. Why am I using the YouTube voice? How dare you? This, can't you tell the difference, Kilometers? You've been here for years. How many months subbed have you been? You've been here for 21 months at least. You can't even tell the difference between my YouTube voice and my non-YouTube voice? I just did it right there. You should be able to tell. You should, it's like you don't even know me, Kilometers. Okay, what the hell is this hand? Why is it so good? Well, this is going to get interesting. Forest of Vitality. No? Okay, so let's go Dunsparce. If I can just get a Forest of Vitality, I think I win the game. So I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do the thing, even though I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna do the forbidden combo and try to just manufacture everything I need next turn. So I'm assuming this is like Dragapult or something. I'm going to Dawn for Smoliv, Dolliv, Arboliva, then draw 6 cards, and one of those 6 cards is going to be a Forest of Vitality. Thank you, Kilometers. Thank you. You can tell it's Dragapult because they just had the turn 1 Lilies. Yep, see, you can always tell it's Dragapult when they have a turn 1 Lilies. So, yeah, just I'm focusing so much on Pitch Black videos. I have to do the set list. What the hell? I have to do the set list on Wednesday, the pre-release guide on Friday, and then next week is, you know, all the new decks, and then the free decks and patch notes, and probably something else. And I kinda, slightly, maybe wanna. And Shiny Ray, you know this game too well. All right, well, I have to Dawn first and just believe. I mean, I could go for Budew, but, like, we all know what's going to happen if I don't hit it, right? We all know what's going to happen if I don't hit it and quit it. I need Energy Forest. Okay, well, worst case scenario, I have a Budew. I mean, that's a pretty terrible scenario, but at least it stops them from getting a Dragon. And Shiny Ray, you deserve to get pinned for that one. Shiny Ray, you win. Oh, I forgot to bump the stadium. Doesn't matter, because we're still going to lose. It doesn't matter what I've done. I can't believe you've done this. I have lost the game. And yep, because I didn't get any energy, the game is over, but that's fun. That's fun, right? So in this situation, obviously I shouldn't have done the thing. You thought you needed a timeout for that? I have to prematurely... Wait, you're not subbed. Yeah. Mods, timeout Shiny Ray for not giving me energy. Yeah, sorry, Shiny Ray. I just assumed you were subbed, but clearly you're not, so you don't get any special privileges. You don't get to get basted with Trust Your Pilot special sauce. Oh, and for those of you who are wondering, my cast form tweet only has 21 likes. I don't think people, I don't think it really caught on. I don't think it caught on, my tweet about cast form having massive chin balls. A double timeout? There you go. All right, well, I can knock out one Dracloak. You know, the Munkidori doesn't matter. I'm going up with whomever. They're going to item lock me, so it's going to have to be a Lucian and Hope. Yeah, I can always tell when a tweet's going to do well and a tweet's going to do bad. Like, when I tweet out about all you can yeet, that's going to go crazy. That's probably going to get 20,000 likes. Cast forms chin balls? No. No one liked cast forms chin balls. You know, Shawn Michaels has sweet chin music. Cast form has sweet chin balls. And this will be an energy. Oh, okay. That's fine. Oh my god, that was close. Notice how there's no Froslass? Have you noticed how there's no Froslass? So I think in this situation, I just go for a Dracloak, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and knock out the Budew. Yeah, I go for Dracloak and Budew. Yeah, it was the last freaking card. PDC Gel was like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if it was the last card in your deck? Wouldn't it be funny, or in the last card in your hand? All right, so they need Crispin, but I have kind of prepared myself, and you'd leave the Budew there to clog up the board. The issue was the Munkidori. Right, now I'm essentially, and I also wanted to be able to play with my balls next turn. Because yes, it would have been nice to leave the Budew, but I need Froslass to win this game. Because then what I can do is I can put 5 damage counters on the Munkidori. I can put, you know, 20 damage on the Abra. It's just the fact that, you know, things are about to go real bad. You know, obviously this Snorunt with the 10 damage on it's going to get knocked out. But I have options. You know, if I can get Air Balloon, I can go into Mega Froslass and knock somebody out. And, well, I want them to have more Fez. I want them to have Fez in play. Fez is great. Fez is just easy prizes. Right? I need to get Froslass. That's the thing, is I need to have some baby Froslass if I want to win this game. And right now, that's not crappening. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. I just need, as long as I can play my items, we will be totally fine. So I can put 200 on the Arboliva, knock out the Snorunt, and then I should be okay. Because I'm going to, just knock out the, and there's the unfair stamp. Fantastic. Yep, just had the unfair stamp. Oh, what the hell? Okay, completely useless in this matchup. Thank you, PDCGL. I don't think I could have chosen 2 worse cards to get off an unfair stamp in this matchup. So yeah, I should have kept the Budew there. Should have kept the Budew there. That would have been useful. Should have kept the Budew there. And there's Kadabra. Fantastic. More cards. Well, obviously I have to boss the Fez. And knock out the Dracloak, I guess? I don't know. There's no way I win this game now. And never gonna let me down. But again, I understand that. I'm a master cheat spreader. What I was trying to do is I was trying to allow myself to play items because I knew I was going to take a knockout. You've seen my draws when Budew was in play, right? I haven't drawn into a single baby Froslass when I've been under item lock. And I've always drawn Poké Pad. Well, that's pretty good, but they'll have a Darkness Energy. Oh, okay. That's cool. I'll take that. So all I have to do to win is get down to 2 prizes, then I can Mega Froslass the Dragapult. What's... Oh, they went for the Smoliv. No! Damn you! If only they hadn't stamped me, that would have been a game-losing move by them. All right, well, there's an energy search, which is, I think, completely useless. So that's awesome. Love that. I have to go for the water energy. What are you doing, step bro? All right, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do to win now. Because the damn unfair stamp. It's like that card's unfair or something. But I had to go, you know, full throttle there. So it's like I'm losing to Dragapult Alakazam, but the Alakazam never did anything. It's just a Dragapult deck with some dead cards in it, and I'm about to get... And they also played Lillies and Crispin and their balls every turn. But I think, am I 4-2 with this deck now, and all my wins were against not Dragapult, and all my losses were against Dragapult? And if that's not indicative of the world that we live in, I don't know what is. If you want to know what the world is like, all my wins with this fun, interesting deck are against things not named Dragapult. All my losses are against Dragapult. It's almost like there's one deck that controls this, that's the gatekeeper of Standard, and any fun deck you want to come up with just is immediately bodied by it. And hey, have you ever seen For the Win and Trust Your Pilot in the same room at the same time? Oi, Pilot, don't leak the sauce, Pilot. You're only allowed to leak the sauce onto my toes, Pilot. Leaking the sauce about how we're the same person? That's not fair, Pilot. That's not right. You shouldn't do that. All right, but yeah, you saw just how quickly Dragapult ramped it up, right? Like, see, this would just be the Budew. This space right here would just be the Budew, so knocking out the Budew was meant to help me, A, getting an extra prize, and B, allow me to play items, but then Dragapult just said, I have Unfair Stamp, and you lose now. I have Unfair Stamp, and all that thinking and all the strategery you might have, the dumbest thing you could think of. You're an idiot for even thinking you can play Pokemon cards. What a dummy, trying to play Pokemon cards. If I can top deck an Ultra Ball, I do win. I do win the game if I top deck Ultra Ball. So press 1 if you want me to play with my balls. So yes, if I top deck Ultra Ball or Mega Froslass or anything, I win the game. Wee. All right, so I keep the bosses, right? Yeah, I keep the bosses. Absolutely throated and goated top deck. They can't win the game. I'm the #1 Arboliva Froslass player in the world. No, I wanted them to have game. I want them to win. I want them to win just because it's funny. But because like there was no way that was gonna work. There was no way that I should have top decked that. I meant to lose this game. I'm not gonna, you know, call me the Thanos of PDCGO or PDCGO, whatever the hell we're playing, whatever year we're in. Okay, why are they still? Oh yeah, because they have to get more. Sorry, they remember there's no counter on their side of the field, so they can't do the thing. But I'm the Thanos of PDCGL. I have to make sure things are perfectly balanced. Also, their timer was 5.5 minutes lower than mine. Yeah, there was nothing I could have done to win because they could have just, bossed for game. They could have done a million different things to win the game. They would have had Fez. They had, I think, a Dracloak or something. So, yeah, there was no way I was winning that game anyway. So the smart move didn't make sense. But I think I want to do Ampharos and Crobat and this weird Deoxys deck that I cooked up. And so it'll be like, oh, fun fact. According to the Amine, it's pronounced Archaludon. Even though a bridge is like an arch bridge, and it's obviously Archaludon, and every single official piece of media calls it Archaludon. The anime called it Archaludon. And it just goes to show that not even the Pokemon Company knows how Pokemon are supposed to be named. Or said aloud. A Nime. And yeah, notice how I'm playing a grass deck and they just got it all like that. Yeah, well, let's just go get all the Snorunt and see what happens. All right, well, yeah, here we go. We got a bunch of Froslass and, oh boy, we got all them Froslass. Oh, call me a wee lassie because we got all them Frosties. Oh, call me a lassie, we got all them Frosties. It's just, you know, the head writer on Cerebi, the creator of Cerebi, was having a tizzy, as the kids would say, was having a tizzy about the pronunciation of Arcaludon in the anime, because there's literally official documents on how to say Pokemon names, and even the anime couldn't get it right. All right, well, I'm probably going to lose this game. This is 2 prizes. The Quilava are prizes. That's not, I mean, I guess I play with my balls here. Press 1 if you want to play with my balls. All right, so let's go. Get rid of that and that. I have Dawn for what I need. I have Budew. All right, well, this is fine, but I don't have a retreat card. So this could go real bad real quick, because I have set myself up perfectly to retreat the Budew into an Arboliva next turn and pick off some Cyndaquil or Quilava. The problem is if they knock out... Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just gone for a Smoliv. And, you know, kept the energy and just, you know, retreated. Or not even retreated and just kept the Budew. Because now they have Ethan's Adventure. They have Moltres KO on the Budew. So that was a mistake. Unless I managed to get the unless I top decked the one of freaking Air Balloon, the game is over and I've lost. Oh, never mind. No, that's Cornerstone Mask. All right, so I'm actually totally fine in the sense that I'm gonna lose, but I'm totally fine in the sense that I am emotionally unavailable. So the Quilava are set up. I definitely should have just kept Budew as a free retreater, but then I'd be down a Froslass. Oh God. Wee. Oh, yes. Oh, I don't have the energy, though. But I don't have the energy. So it doesn't matter. I don't have the energy, so it doesn't matter. So yes, all that fun stuff down the tubes. All right, well, I'm gonna have to retreat into you. So yes, if I had just kept the energy to attack with, I'd be fine. I did not do that. Trust your pilot made an oopsie in his pants, and he won't live it down. But if they don't evolve both Quilava, one of them is dying. I don't see a world where they don't evolve both Quilava, but if they don't, I'm awesome. And can you believe that we're less than a month away from Halo on PlayStation? Can you believe that? That we're literally less than a month away from Halo being on PlayStation. And it's like, you know, we have Assassin's Creed is being remastered next month. Halo is going to be on PlayStation. You know, a new Grand Theft Auto is sweeping the nation. And it's just like, what year is it? Right? What year is it that we're living in where all these things are happening? All right, so the Cornerstone Mask Oderpon. Mad Panda. Well, there's 3. I think it's 3 new missions. So I believe it's 3 new missions, and oh, they didn't retreat. Okay, then they just lost the game. You know, I will play Halo. It's just, it's so weird they didn't put multiplayer on. It's like, hey, you know how everyone loves that Halo game because of the multiplayer? Yeah. Well, what if we released a Halo game without multiplayer? People would love that, right? No, people would not love that. People would hate that. People want multiplayer. No one plays Halo for the campaign only. You play the campaign to do something after a kid calls you a cuck on chat. And then you go to the campaign, but then you come back. Okay, now you're just trolling me. Energy coin? Energy coin? What are you doing, step bro? Energy coin? Wait, why do they even have this in a Typhlosion deck? Like, I guess it's for Cornerstone Mask, but why do you even have this? To what end? All right, well, they've won the game because I can't put a grass type into play. So yeah, I just have to retreat. But I mean, the Froslass have done their job. I needed to attack with Mega Froslass at some point, but I also had to, you know, knock out the Cornerstone Mask Oderpon. Okay, there's a Poké Pad. That is kind of cool. All right, well, let's see what happens. I'm going to do nothing. You know, obviously, if I'd known that I would never see another energy or another supporter ever, I would have done things slightly differently. Yep, there's nothing. That's a steam and load and nothing. So I think yeah, and there's the Brave Bangle. So even if I do put Mega Froslass into play, they can knock it out now. All right, so I go get to Dunsparce, and then we just kind of see what happens. And then, of course, the Smoliv shows up at the dumbest possible time. Thank you. Where were you when I needed you? Where were you when they build a ladder to heaven? All right, let's go to Dunsparce. And then we evolve into the Dunsparce. I guess, technically, I should play with my balls, because that's fun. All right, well, I'm sure the plus 20... I'm sure that plus 20 will really come in handy. Also, I could have attacked with Baby Froslass at some point, but yeah, that's bad. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, and then lose the game. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do to win because they're fully set up now. Like, they're gonna knock out my Arboliva, they have a backup attacker. The only thing that could happen is if I can somehow trap the... Okay, chill, bro, chill. Is if I can somehow trap... Yeah, Baby Froslass has an attack. If I can somehow trap the Baby Moltres, we have a chance. Yeah, just the difference between me winning and losing that matchup was just having, you know, energy. Actually, I guess I should switch to the other one. I've played this one for an hour. All right, so that's the 3 Arboliva. I call it the 4 Arboliva, but it's just, you know, 4 Smoliv, 4 Dolliv. All right, let's do this. So these are both limitless lists. I saw it a few times because I always look at the other category on limitless just for any fun ideas. And this popped up like 6 or 7 times. This popped up and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And chlamydia, how does it work? However the PDC GL dev wants it to. But no, you typically go up and down 12. But it's based on who you face. So if you have a 1600 ranking and you beat someone with a 1400 ranking, you're going to go up 5. Oh, remember earlier in this stream when there were multiple times where I needed Froslass just in my hand. Remember those times when I just needed Froslass to miraculously show up in my hand? So yeah, it's more or less based on what your opponent does than what you do, and this is a fantastic start. So this one, I think, takes out the Dunsparce and just, you know, goes for maximum consistency, and even with max consistency, I still can't do the thing. And I think it was 3 growing, 3 grass, and 2 water, so it plays 8 total. I mean, Dragapult plays 8 total energy, and that never has issues. But the thing that I hate the most right now is for 4.5 years on PDCGL, you could click the deck box when making a deck. Okay, you could click the deck box and you would be able to edit your deck or your deck cosmetics. So naturally, with the latest update, what did they do? They changed it so you can't click the deck, but clicking the deck box does nothing. Isn't that fantastic? You click the deck box and nothing happens. All right, well, let's Itchy Pollen. I just don't know why they took things away from us. They literally said, we're going to improve deck building, and they made it worse in like 4 different ways. They made it worse by moving export, delete deck, and duplicate to a secondary menu when they used to be front and center. And then they removed the ability to just click on the deck box to change your cosmetics, and now it's a button. But Muscle Mommies has changed it that it hurts my brain. You know, I'm starting to think this deck needs more consistency than for Smoliv. And yeah, but you can look at the deck. You could do that before. But the thing is, they added the full deck list viewer before they made all these terrible changes. You know, it's like Professor Umbridge always says, progress for the sake of progress must be discouraged. But the PDCGL dev is like, no, fixing bugs is a lot of work. Adding new features that break the game, that's a lot easier. So we're just going to do that. All right, well, I basically need to top deck a supporter or I lose. Also, did you notice how they played a Lilies? Did you notice how Dragapult just had it? They just had the Lilies. Did you notice that? They just had the Lilies and had everything. Okay, well that's cool. We're just gonna do the thing. Okay, so I think I can change the list. I can change the list. I can make it Pilot's own. I have played this deck for over an hour. This is going to be the ultimate list. We're going to take this one. Wait, what? Ah, yes. There's the Smoliv. I fixed your game for you, PDCGL Dev. All right, so let's duplicate 3 Arboliva number 2. Let's take the Froslass out of there. We got 331. Oh, sorry, it's only 7 energy. The growing grass has done nothing. So we'll get rid of that. And yeah, I guess just that's fine. There's a Secret Box, Lawnazade, and Lucian, useless cards. And then we got this guy. Don't need stupid Lawnazade. Yeah, Lawnazade, what a great card. Ooh, a Sarcasm Detector. That's a real useful invention. And then I'll play with my balls. And I feel like I need to play with my balls a little bit harder than I normally would. So let's go Morty, and yeah, let's cut the Pokégears. We don't need no stinking Pokégears. And you know what? I'm playing max rarity. We're playing max rarity today, and we're going all these supporters. There's no way I whiff it. There's no way I sniff it. There's no way I whiff it. Okay, those are the rules. Trust your pilot will not be sniffing or whiffing today, unless it's a sock drawer. And Crypto can't because of Froslass. And Clamberger, what are you, Pierce Brosnan? You can't live another day? All right, so remember, I put in, I think, 10 supporters in the deck. Will I get one in my opening hand? Press 1. I got Dawn. I mean, I'll take it. This is a playable starting hand. Well, watch it be a deck that just claps my cheeks turn 1 and I have no chance. My cheeks are just gonna be red the rest of the day and I have to pretend like I have to tell for the win. Oh no, that was from sitting. That wasn't from strangers on the internet clapping my cheeks for the win. You don't need to be worried about that. Boy, Poilet. Oh, good God. This is pretty good, Poilet. This is a great matchup, Poilet. If you lose this one, it's because PDCGL really hates your butt, even though it's real luscious and nice. Yeah, I can't really get rid of anything. And then I just win the game. It's that simple. How do you beat Zoroark with this deck? You just do. Oh, crap. Oh, it's Azul's deck. It's the Mega Greninja Zoroark deck. Luckily, I have a turn 2 Arboliva EX, and these dudes are not long for this world. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's go Dawn. What do I need? I need Arboliva. So I need Arboliva. We have the Dolliv, we have the thing, and then I guess I just go for Froslass. Huh. No, I think I like this a little bit more. I think I like this a bit more because it allows me to do more things next turn. Because I'm taking a prize. I'm going to have my top deck. This allows me to put a Froslass down. I don't have to stick my fingers inside anyone's secret box. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Well, no, what I meant is that they probably just went to Limitless, clicked copy to clipboard, selected max rarity when importing, and then just did it. Because you can tell that they went for max rarity because all their cards are max rarity. And I'm glad they made the option, right? I'm glad they made the option of allowing you to do max rarity when importing a list. But now it's really easy to tell when someone just goes to Limitless and clicks copy to clipboard because no one's spending the time to go one at a time. Oh, that's a bad idea. Wait, what are you doing? Wait, do you not know what I'm playing? Do you not? Okay, no, what is happening? They're going for a Meowth, right? Okay, they're going for a Meowth. I feel like they're playing this incorrectly. Right, they're gonna go for Lilies and hope for Rare Candy Mega Greninja. But if they don't hit it, they lose. So they're really throwing a Project Hail Mary here. Yeah, and it's like you put a Neo Upper on a Froakie. I mean, again, they probably just said, I'm probably not going to win unless I hit the Rare Candy Greninja off this Lilies because Trust Your Pilot is so good. Yeah, see, they definitely were just like, I don't have a chance to win this game unless I hit the Rare Candy Mega Greninja. So, we've all been there where it's like, well, it's gonna lose me the game if I don't hit it, but if I don't hit it, I'm gonna lose the game anyway. Just one of those things. All right, so I will switch it up. I cooked up some old Froslass lists. So remember, I'm going to blow my entire load. Whether or not you see it, my entire load will be blown. I'm going to completely empty my deck list out of Limitless once when I'm on my hiatus. Well, I think this is a turn 1 Dawn. Yeah, this is pretty good. But I don't... And top deck in energy. Oh, wee. Oh, balls in your mouth. Oh, wee. All right, well, I have 2 options here. If they have a 6-card hand, I can just knock out the Kangaskhan. Or if they're playing, like, Slowpoke or something, I can get rid of all the Slowpoke. Wait, what the hell? Press 1 if I prize the Mega Froslass. So that's going to be the thing. Press 1 if I prize Mega Froslass and my way of getting 3 easy prizes is gone. Or press 2 if BDCGL for once in their life doesn't hate me. But I think it's safe to say that I have not prized a single Mega Froslass the entire stream so far. So will it happen now? It did not. Okay, we're good. We're good. Smoliv, Arboliva, easy dubs, and then Mega Froslass. Get rid of that butt face, and then that guy goes down into you. I will play with my balls. Let's do that and that. Go for the Dolliv. Getting all the cards. Oh, this was a... See, I told you, I built the perfect list. I built the perfect Froslass Arboliva list. Look at that. And I've already taken 3 prizes without even doing anything. They have to get their hand size down lower than 4. Because if they have their hand size at 4, this guy will just get cleaned up by a baby Froslass at some point. Though they... Oh, no, I was going to say, they probably think this is a Mega Froslass deck. No, this is obviously... Yeah, see? See? Yeah, they'll concede these nuts in their mouth once they realize how big they are. Bigger than cast forms. Press 1 if your balls are bigger than cast forms chin balls. Press 2 if you think cast forms chin balls are smooth as a glacier ice. I gotta. And this is why Lucian is in the deck, or was in the deck before I cut it, because Lucian's a terrible card, is you can potentially just do 300 damage out of nowhere. You want them to flip heads for Mega Froslass. But, do you understand what you did? You know, you feel like you're a bad dog who just, you know, pooped on the carpet. Do you see what did you just do? You put their nose, what did you just do on my carpet? What did you just do? Okay, the fact that, wait, what? Didn't they use a supporter? Oh, they haven't even supported yet. Okay, so they might use Judge or something. But Lillie's draws ends plan. Okay. You still have to flip 3 heads. You still have to flip 3 heads. Okay, yeah, that's another card. You still have to flip 3 heads. Yep, there's a prime catcher. You still have to flip 3 heads. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Okay, yep, that's bad. I wouldn't do that. Okay, yep, you're doing a little bit of damage. Do they not think I'm just gonna knock out their Munkidori? Like, what do they think I'm gonna do here? I'm just knocking out their Munkidori, going down to 2 prizes, and then what are they gonna do? Like, what do you think's gonna happen here? Your cheeks are gonna get clapped, and you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like your cheeks getting clapped. All right, so let's go Air Balloon on that guy because it don't matter. Grass Energy on you. And, you know, I probably should be a little bit more careful with what I'm doing here, but I don't care. Does it look like I care? They're doing what, 260, 280 something? I don't know. All right, so that's going to go there. I just easily knock out the monkey. That's all we do is just boom, 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 boom. And then what do you got? You only have multi-prizers on your side of the field? What is your strategy, Metal? let's see what you're cooking up, Metal. I'm very curious what they try to do here, because I don't think there's anything they can do to win other than unfair stamp. Because if they have 4 cards in hand, they lose the game. They have to end this turn with 1 card in hand because they're knocking out my Arboliva, which is going to give them 2 cards. So they literally have to knock out my Arboliva with 1 card in hand. Well, they can't, because everyone can evolve, right? They can't use... Well, they can't knock out the Arboliva, right? They would have to bosses anyway. They'd have to use energy switch bosses, but then they're going to take 3 prizes, and that's Mega Froslass. Yeah, so they can do things. They can knock out Smoliv and Arboliva, but okay, that's also not what I was expecting. All right, they clearly don't believe that I can do basic things. All right, so let's go I guess I just Secret Box, right? I just Secret Box for that. What else we got in here? Supporter. Let's go for, I guess, Morty's. I got no cards left in deck, though. Ah, that's fine. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, I Morty first, and then I do the thing. So we Morty first, and get rid of, I guess I get rid of the Forest of Vitality. Go for this guy. Get Poké Pad for Dolliv. Yep. And then Morty's. I don't even need to do it. I don't know why I'm doing all this. I already have game. I'm literally just BMing them at this point. Because I literally have GGs. So I didn't have to do half of the things I did. Thank you, PDCGL. Thank you. And Lil Tone, you mean hide and sneak. You don't mean Ghostville, you mean hide and sneak, right? Hey, I got 725 experience for that, baby. All right, so let's get rid of the Froslass Arbolivas. Let's do, oh yeah, this one. So I was just like, hey, what if I swap the Arboliva for BUTTERFREE? That would be a terrible idea. That'd be a terrible idea, so I did it. So we'll play one game with this terrible deck that will never work. But we can say we enjoyed ourselves. But yeah, I'm not really sure that a Dunsparce is worth it in hide and thank you, PTC, in hide and sneak. Because you just want to have an explosive turn. Like, you just want to explode all over their face after playing with your balls. You don't want to mess around with the Dunsparce. Like, obviously that's better at the longer the game goes. You're going to need the Dunsparce after like an unfair stamp or something. But what I have found is that if you don't get a good start, you're going to lose, right? If you somehow go 2 turns, okay, this is fine. This is totally fine. Huh. I'm not sure what to do here. So I have, I guess I go for the monkey and attach the darkness to the monkey. That goes there, and then end turn. Because what I imagine is they're going to give me a Forest of Vitality. And then if I can just paralyze them like I'm finger 11. So if I can finger them 11 times, I might be able to win. Also, they just put a Fan Rotom down. So that is basically a free prize if I just get a single Froslass into play. But I'm going to have to paralyze a Beedrill infinitely, which is doable, because if it's just 50%, if you flip 50% on Scale Hurricane, which I love the floating effect, if you just go 50%, this deck beats Beedrill 100% of the time. No, because I'm probably playing one game with this deck. Probably just one game. You know, I don't want to subject myself to coin flips. We're going to be playing enough coin flips when Pitch Black is out. All right, they somehow didn't get what they needed. Okay, so this is unfortunate. So I think I go, Poké Pad for Budew. All right, let's Budew the math here. Let's get this guy. I'm going to Secret Box away everything that's not these guys. And then, yeah, we Secret Box away everything. I go get Poffin, Forest of Vitality, and Lilies. And then Forest of Vitality, Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Go for probably, yeah, double Caterpie, I guess. And then Lily's Determination. And we got nothing that I needed. Fantastic. Well, I guess I Night Stretcher for Budew. Actually, I can go for the BUTTERFREE, but that seems a little not chill. So actually, let's play with my balls. I will go and get a... I'm going to nut in the BUTTERFREE. Let's go Energy Search, Grass Energy, Night Stretcher for Budew, and then shut off their items. All right, terrible strategy, but it's the only one we got. And what's my favorite deck? I don't even know. Right, I really enjoyed Macargo, but I'm not really thinking anymore. I mean, when did I start, am I right? But I'm already sort of focused on Pitch Black, and then I'm only focused on a footful of decks with Pitch Black, because then I go on vacation for a month and a half. So I'm mostly, like, I'm focusing on Pitch Black right now, but most of my attention is just, like, scattered, because I don't really have to focus on anything until 30th Celebration. But spread decks, if it wasn't for Dragapult, my favorite decks to play would be, like, anything with Froslass. I'm going to be playing some Froslass decks, or more Froslass decks in a second. But this would literally be, well, no, like vacation from streaming. It's a very short vacation, but I'm taking a break from streaming in that time just to focus on variety stuff to try to, trick some children into giving me money. You know, I enjoy attracting children, okay? I want to make myself as attractive as possible to children so that I can milk them for all the money that they have, and then I can grow the channel. So you'll still see a ton of YouTube videos, it's just you won't see me streaming. Unless you pay for extra on that on my OF. All right, it's just, yeah, if Dragapult didn't exist, I would be doing so well. No, they have their parents' credit card. Woke up, Sven. It's an exclusive one. You have to prove your net worth before you can subscribe to me. You have to prove your net worth. I only go for the richest of the rich. There was almost a world where I could have knocked out the Kakuna. I have a channel where you can watch old VODs. Fun fact, I would have absolutely obliterated my opponent if I was playing the Arboliva list. And what, then how are you talking right now? All right, I actually would have, no, I guess I don't mind that. All right, so let's go. I guess I do nothing. I guess the strat here is that I do nothing. Seems like a plan. Yeah, let's, apparently that Weedle is surviving. What's going on the VOD chat? How about I create like an 8-hour loop video where I just complain, like a compilation video of all my complaints about PDCGL. And who knows, maybe in the time that I'm gone, they'll completely fix live and add expanded. When pigs fly, am I right? So yeah, the reason that I put all the damage on the Weedle in the active is because they evolve these Kakuna and they're item locked and they don't have any to Dunsparce. So the odds of them being able to evolve this Weedle are very, very low. So that's just basically another free prize card. And woke up, I'm glad. So that means you do have to show feet. So those are the rules, is if I raid you, you have to show feet in the next stream. You know, I don't make up the rules. It's in the, if you didn't read the Twitch terms and conditions, they're hidden in there. So just keep that in mind, that you do have to show feet. Again, I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. You know, it's not my fault if you didn't read the terms and conditions. All right, so wait, what am I playing? Oh yeah, I'm playing BUTTERFREE. So they have their Beedrill. They put a Meowth down, which is terrible for them. Didn't they just play Dawn? Carla Radbone. I don't think that's very rad of you. You might say that's very bad of you. That's not very rad. That's pretty bad. And woke up, Sven. You took the words right out of my mouth. You put your toes right in my mouth. All right, well, they knocked out a Budew. Congratulations. You can no longer use Lilies for its full effect. They drew AZ's Tranquility. Yeah, yeah. Don't control F for anything about that. Just believe. Just believe me. And I definitely win the game because I am him. All right, press 1 if I am him and I win this game, even though I don't think I played a real supporter at any point. Yeah, I've played a Lillie's, and even then I had to work like really hard for that. All right, so that's going to go there. Boss's orders. All right, so we're flipping coins. No, we don't use the C word here, Spen. We don't use that word here. I'm going to take the free prize while it's available to me. Don't know why I put double damage counters on it. I wasn't paying attention. You know, when people start talking about feet, I lose all concentration. Okay, we know this. Okay, so remember, Butterfree is 50%. 50% and they're paralyzed. So literally everything you should expect from coin flips is 50%. That is how coin flips work. Hey, see? 50%, baby. And now they're paralyzed and I win. Isn't that, listen to that high quality sound. You can tell that this is the richest franchise on the planet when you listen to that paralyzed sound. You know, who cares that the rule in real life is that paralysis is supposed to be turned to the left? Or is it the right? Paralysis has a R and an L in it. And they got AZ? Yeah, but they don't have energy. So they have AZ, but if they use AZ, they can't draw cards. So it's like, yes, you can use AZ, but you have to have energy in hand if you want to do it. So it's like, I know their pain. What are they, the third most coolest character in Final Fantasy X too? Because I can feel their pain. You like that one? That was pretty good. All right, so this is a free prize. Oh, they have the bug catching set. Boo. Oh, this is the problem with playing 5 energy in a deck, okay? They probably have a Night Stretcher or another bug catching set, yeah. But this is the problem with playing 5 energy in your deck is you got to rely on a lot of stuff. And hey, I remember I destroyed my... Okay, this one has free retreat. I was like, what are they doing? This is the free retreat one, so... But you still wouldn't want to attack with that one, right? You'd want to attack with a fresh one. Like, they have to use AZ's Tranquility. Okay. Well, you'd want to attack with a fresh one. Like, you heal this one and attack with a fresh one. Yeah, I destroyed my DualShock because Trigger Happy was the best attack in the game with Yuna. If you had fast fingers like me, and no one's got faster fingers than me, but it came at the cost of destroying your DualShock. Lycia's Appeal? What the? Well, you had AZ's Tranquility. Why are you playing Lycia's Appeal? What is going on? Why? What is the point? And I can just retreat. Why are you bringing up the monkey? What is the point of the monkey? I can just retreat it. I don't understand what's going on. I feel like they touched me in a bad place. PDCGL dev, Carla Radbone touched me in a bad place. And I don't quite know what's happening. And I just got I got double, call me margarine because I'm double buttered up right now. Oh yeah, I'm buttered up all the way, baby. Press 1 if you're as buttered up as I am. All right, well, I guess I'll just do that and end turn. I'll just sort of let them do whatever they want. I'll just let them do whatever they want. You wanna boss KO somebody, go for it. I will not stop you, and I wish I hadn't done that, but I can play with my balls and get another Froslass, and the Meowth is just free prizes. I don't know what's happening, but that's cool. Yeah, the worst part about Final Fantasy X too is that it just kinda... The whole mystery never really turns into anything good. It's just like, hey, there was a dude that looked like Tidus at one point. There was a dude that looked like him. It wasn't actually him, but he kind of sort of looked like him. And yeah, they don't have that anymore. They wanted to add high quality animations, just like Scarlet and Violet. And they wanted to do high quality animations like Sword and Shield. And honestly, I don't remember the story in 10-2, so I just remember that Yuna sang for Spira to make them happy or something, and I used Trigger Happy a bunch, and then It was what? YPR, Yuna, Pain, Riku, or YRP? And why not RP? Real life sucks. Ah, ba-dum boom. Yeah, because like Y roll. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, it was good. It was a good game from what I recall. You have AZ. What are you doing? I know you have AZs in your hand. You have a damaged Beedrill and you have AZ in your hand and you hard retreated. All right, they had Max Rod. Money spend, obviously. Is Devin Sawa in Final Fantasy X? I don't know. But yeah, obviously money. I look every time I look down at my feet, I'm like, those could make millions of dollars. And I am doing a disservice to the world by not showing them off. Spend, there's no other reason. What do you mean other than the money? That'd be like saying, why do you like feet other than the toes? That makes no sense, Spend. Okay, come on. Come on. And I haven't even played Kingdom Hearts 3 or 358 over 2 days or Birth by Sleep or any... Well, I mean, the Arch is good too and the balls of the feet are nice as well. But, yeah, let's just go get this guy. And so the Meowth is going to die. And then I just need Mega Froslass to win. Very simple. All right, so here we go. 50% guaranteed. I'm guaranteeing 50%. Yep, there we go. Nope. Nope. Oh, God. This is the worst game ever made. And Shiny Ray. Well, I have less than a 50% success rate on coin flip, so that's fun. Yeah, I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3 because I didn't. You know, I did really enjoy Kingdom Hearts 2, though. I really did enjoy Kingdom Hearts 2. So if Kingdom Hearts 4 gets good reviews, I'll probably play it. It's just, you know, you can only, you know, do things with Donald and Daffy or whatever and Goofy and stuff. You can only do that for so long before you get kind of tired of them. You know, Kingdom Hearts 2 was kind of like the perfect storm, but I haven't had the desire to go back. I don't know. It's like with Pokopia. I would love to play Pokopia, but I don't enjoy like sim games. The last sim game I played was the original Animal Crossing back on GameCube. And if I looked at my playtime, half my playtime was just playing Balloon Fighter. Because Balloon Fighter was so much fun. Like I just played the NES games. Because fun fact, back in the day, you didn't have to spend $10 a month to play old games. In Animal Crossing on GameCube, you could literally unlock NES games for free in the game. I know, right? Why would you use AZ when you're not even paralyzed? Why are you using AZ and you're not even paralyzed? Yeah, so it's like I played Animal Crossing on GameCube until, you know, I had blown my entire load. So it's like getting back into a sim game. There we go. Do I really want to? Right? Do I really wanna? Do I want to tell you what I want, what I really, really want? Oh wow, this is... Uh-oh. Okay, so I can't... I have Lana's Aid though. I think I'm fine. I'm totally fine. There's no way I lose. What am I gonna do? Lose this game? That's never happened. What am I going to do? Not flip 2 heads? It's literally statistically impossible. If you look at statistics say, holy crap. All right, that's good. Well, no, I mean, just retreating would have been better, right? Because AZ is their only way around paralysis. They played Max Rod, you know, just retreating and using the energy to retreat. You only need 1 energy to attack, they can retreat. They didn't need to heal the 80 damage. It's more important to break the paralysis lock. So I think they made an oopsie, and yeah, I think they just made a few mistakes here. You know, just obviously you never see a paralysis deck, especially one piloted by someone so good. There's Lycia's appeal. That's fine. I really don't care who you bring up here. And don't forget, they also just announced that they're giving us several free updates with Pokopia. So it's sort of like PDC GL when they announced Expanded was coming this year. it actively discourages people from picking up the game because it's like, if you start playing the game now, you're an idiot because we're going to add more stuff when you're done and your experience is going to be worse. Also, I get 2 free prizes going into their turn unless they heal the Meowth. So that's another cool thing. And also, okay, wait, press 1 if they're going to time out, press 2 if I'm going to win, press 3 if they're going to win. So 1 for timeout, 2 for me, awesome, 3 for them, awesome. You honestly think I'm going to lose this game? You honestly think that, look at my entire deck is cards that are going to win me the game. So obviously I'm going to top deck double Poffin. Obviously it's going to be the double Poffin top deck. And I just lose. All right, well, that's 2 prizes on the Meowth. I have Mega Froslass. They have an 11 card hand. I think I'll be okay. Yep, there's double Pokegear. So as long as they don't have unfair stamp because they played Max Rod, so we know that. Lycia's Appeal, I mean, maybe, oh good God. Okay, so maybe Lycia's Appeal sees play a Mega Darkrai, but Dark Bell is fun, and also it's called Dark Bell in English as well. They didn't change the name. Instead of like Ear Ringing Bell or Darkness Bell, it's just Dark Bell. That was, okay, here, Mark, you're on trial, Mark. Press 1 if Mark should be timed out for that. Press 2 if Mark should be pinned. So I will let chat decide if that is a good pun or a bannable offense. Press 1 if Mark should get timed out. Press 2 if Mark should get pinned. I will let, for the once in my life, I will let democracy win. You can decide Mark's fate here. You know, as you can tell, like, you've watched this stream. How long have you been subbed? You've done at least 10 gifted subs. You've been here for a year and a half. You know that we just accept the greatest jokes ever. There's no such thing as bad jokes being told by the streamer. It is only A tier, S tier, God tier content jokes here. So you should know that, you know, that type of stuff is not allowed. You know, you got to step your game up. All right, I mean, I know that this is a Butterfree deck. Actually, I have a bosses, right? I think I have a bosses. Right? Because then I'll take the risk. I don't have, if I had a bosses, I would have taken the risk. But I don't have a bosses, so we aren't taking the risk. And there's a Lana's Aid. Do I have a water energy? I do not. That is concerning. I do not. That is very concerning. So I could still lose this game, but I do have the Hail Mary paralysis if I don't get the water. Oh, that was close. Okay, yeah, yeah, definitely. Someone, thank you. Professor Oak, thank you. So there you go, Mark. Wait, what happens in the event of a tie? Oh, never mind, you're pinned. Damn it. All right, well, Mark, there you go. Yeah, we allow that here, Jagbomb. Jagbomb, we allow that here. You know this. We allow that here. All right, let's play one more with Butterfree so people don't think this deck is good. Wait, why did you time out Mark? No, it wasn't a tie. Lena broke the tie. You just took money from me, never to let you down. How dare you? It's not like you've gifted, you know, it's not like you're the #1 gift leader and you make up for it. And pay me. Please don't add funniest looking, please. I'm very sensitive, especially at the bottoms of my toes. Get it? Because, like, sensitive emotionally and my feet are sensitive. Eh? Like when you put your tongue on my feet, it feels really good because they're so sensitive. Huh? Huh? And then they become all wet, and I'm like, ooh, they're all wet. I have to, you know, wave them back and forth in the air, and then just it spreads the smell everywhere, and it smells really good. Like sensitive like that. Get it? Mods, Shiny Ray's not sub. You can time out Shiny Ray. You're only allowed to insult me if you're subbed. Those are the rules. All right, another. Ooh, it's Delphox with Hero's Cape. Interesting. So they must have Ho-Oh or something? Oh, it's a Mega deck. Wait, Wait, what? Wait, it's a Mega Delphox deck, but Mega Delphox isn't out yet. All right, well, this is why you put the Froslass in here. This is why the Froslass is in the deck, so I'm just going to go for the Froslass and not bother with anything else. And we're just going to attach that there and hit the old end turn. And Professor Oak, thank you for gifting the sub to Shiny Ray, even though Shiny Ray does not deserve it. Do they not know what they're facing? Okay, number one, mayonnaise does not belong on a hot dog. Number two, either I'm playing Mega Froslass, which is terrible for you, or I'm playing Baby Froslass, which is even more terrible for you. Oh, this is great. I think I just win this entire game. No matter what strategy I want, I win. No matter what strategy I enact here, I literally just win the game. If I go the Froslass route, that's just abilities. If I go the Butterfree route, Mega Charizard sucks a butt. They probably can't do anything next turn. Well, they could just knock out the Budew, and that'd be big sad. But this is pretty cool. All right, well, I just kind of have to do nothing for several turns and I'll win. So I know it's not optimal, but I will give them the Snorunt with the energy on it if I, get a bad top deck. Oh, what the hell? Why would you... You literally had a knockout on my Budew if you just... Okay. I mean, I guess they didn't want to lose the Charmander because that would have taken ability damage, but, like, bad things are happening for you right now. I can't put the monkey down because I might just never find energy. So, yeah, this is working out. I can also just chili. It's like my toes after I put them in the freezer and treat them like popsicles. I can just chili for 20. That'll actually do something here. Wait, did they just... what is happening? Okay, just the insta pass. Oh, we're going triple Froslass. I don't even care anymore. Just the insta pass. Oh, that's a feels bad. Okay. I tried to show you that this deck is not good, but then I just get the perfect matchup where my opponent can't do anything and they have all the abilities in the world. Okay, I will play one more game with Butterfree Froslass because I need to show you that this is not a good deck. Doesn't even matter how many heads you flip. What are you doing? See, Budew is the worst card ever printed. Can you name a worse card than Budew? I mean, I guess Seismitoad EX, but... Okay, also, I haven't played any cards this game. No, a worse card in terms of goodness. Not a worse card in terms of sucking butts. Obviously Tatsugiri sucks more butts than Budew. Because, Budew's mouth is very small. It's only 2.6 pounds. Okay, we're on turn 10 or 11. I've played Dawn. Turn 10 or 11, I've thinned the deck out as much as possible. One Dawn. And kilometers? No, that card's funny. Lysandre's trump card? Yeah, but he got banned. Like non-ban card. Lysander's trump card. I did always... It's not a joke when I say Lysandre. And I did call it Decky Dewey. Okay, I didn't know what deciduous tree was. So when I played Sun and Moon and I chose Rowlet as my starter, I will admit... Ooh, this is funny. That I did call it Decky Dewey. So I know it's a meme to call it Decky Dewey at this point. I also could have just Frost Smashed, but it's funnier if I hit him with the Butterfree. Because if I flip two heads, the game is over and I win. Hey, game's over. Okay, this is VOD's channel audience, because you're really cool and I like you, and the only downside to you is that you don't send me feet pics on Discord. Do not believe this, okay? Do not believe this. Do not think that getting to the 1500s with Butterfree Froslass is a thing. The Beedrill player made a lot of mistakes, so if they happen to watch the VOD back, you know, just, you know, if you're ever facing Beedrill player, if you're watching this and you ever face Butterfree Froslass again, save your AZ's tranquility. That is all I will say to you. Save your AZ's tranquility. And just hard retreat. You'll be fine. But yeah, that game I only won because my opponent couldn't do anything. Okay. Simon left, right. Hey, we're going to be left, right with those stadiums. Am I right? And press 1 if you want me to play Misty's Gyarados. Press 2 if you want me to play more Froslass decks. Okay, this is a bad start, which is actually a good start. Foxden, damn straight. I love the taste of defeat in my mouth. Ooh, ah, crap. Well, I don't play Shaymin, so I think this game is over. Let's go for you and you. It's a bit unfortunate. Let's go Energy Search. I guess I put the Darkness on... I guess I go for the Grass, right? Because I have an Air Balloon, right? Yeah, I have an Air Balloon, so in the odd chance I do that. And then let's go Poké Pad for... Oh, I'm playing Lucian next turn, most likely. The other thing I could do is Budew, but I think I'll just go for another Snorunt. And if they happen to Budew me, I think I'll be okay. Press 3 for expanded? No. No, we are not playing expanded. I don't even have any expanded decks. The only reason I have that Iron Thorns deck for expanded is because PTCGL doesn't let you delete your active deck. And there's the Budew, which I said was going to happen. Ooh, they had to put a Meowth down. Ruh-roh, righty. Okay, so they're probably going to go for a Lillie's, which is bad. No, I like the taste of defeat. What do I need to vote for? I'm playing Misty's Gyarados. It was all a sham. Call me a cleaning tool. Call me a towel that's easy to dry, because it was all a sham. All right, I am slightly disappointed that I can't get it up like that, and I probably should have prioritized my Budew, but we'll be fine. There's another Snorunt. Awesome. There's another Snorunt. I think I go for Caterpie on my face, and then we do this, and then I Lucian next turn. I know it's greedy, but I think it's the correct call. Right, because it thins out my deck further. It increases my chances of getting like a Darkness Energy. It allows me to, you know, do things next turn. But there's some bad stuff happening. Are they going for a Duskull or are they going for a Frogadier, and they're gonna, oh dear, and pay me? You got 6th place? No, what are you doing, Simon? What are you doing? Do you not see what you're facing, Simon? You're facing defeat. Okay, oh, that's going to be Grand Tree? Okay, so they have it. They're going to go for Grand Tree Ignition. They're going to take... Oh, they use their 1 Ignition to retreat. All right, well, I also have Grand Tree. What the hell are they doing? They don't think I have a Lucian in my hand. Call me a mirror in the Dragon Age world, because I have an that doesn't even work. All right, I have an Illusion, an Illuvian. They're close enough. All right, so if I don't care if I flip heads or tails. I just want a retreat card. I don't even want a retreat card. I just want a Darkness Energy. Give me a Darkness Energy, that's it. Okay, well, the Froslass is fine, but the Munkidori is about to die. You know, I'd rather build up damage on their Meowth than anything. All right, well, Munkidori is going to die, which is bad, but I'm building up more damage on the Meowth, which is good. It's just, I think my Munkidori is going to get knocked out going into their turn, which is bad, so maybe I top deck a Darkness Energy. Maybe PDC GLs, just like I got. Of course. Of course. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Why not? Yeah, just a Lillie. Oh, you need a Lillies? Here's a Lillies, bro. Off Evolution to 3. Here's a Lillies. Oh, what's that, bro? You need a Lillies? Oh, I got you, bro. Oh, and you know the guy who played Lucian? I'm not going to give him anything. What a nerd playing Lucian, am I right? I'm just going to give you everything you need and let you win. Yep. Yep, that happened. All right, so they're going to go for Terra Greninja. They're going to probably knock out BUTTERFREE Caterpie, which is terrible for me. So I would have won this game. And yeah, I would have won if I didn't lose. Right? That's the old adage. I would have won if I didn't lose. Did your game freeze? Oh, speaking of Game Freak, did you know that Game Freak has a game coming out, I think, next month or the month after? Let me check what the actual date is. Comes out on August 4th. So Game Freak has a brand new game coming out on August 4th on PS5, Xbox, and PC. And it is it's an action RPG. So the next time you're playing Scarlet and Violet and half of the world disappears, or you know, your characters render in 5 frames per second, just remember that they were too busy working on a better game to make sure that Pokemon, you know, was well made. It's called Beast of Incarnation, and it's a third-person action RPG like Nioh and Elden Ring or something, probably. I hope it's good, but if you look at Game Freak's track record, oh, they think it's, I don't know who they think is broken, but they're the one that's broken on my end. I might be broken on my end, but I'm going to get the win no matter what, because I'm cool like that. But it's like, if you look at their track record, they don't, recently, yeah, Little Town Hero failed. They had that other one that was really weird, and they conceded because I'm awesome like that. See? I told you this deck is perfect. This deck has 0 weaknesses. All right, we're going to play Misty's Gyarados, and then I have to click through 3 screens. Oh, I thought I leveled up. All right, so Misty's Gyarados. And then see, remember, it used to just, you can't click on the deck box anymore. You can't click it. Now they made the, look at how big they made the stupid customize button. Like you're telling me they couldn't move, export, and, you know, delete and duplicate here? No, we got to make these buttons massive, and it's because of mobile. It is solely because of mobile, because they have to make the buttons a little bit bigger for mobile so your fingers don't accidentally, you know, miss them. So they had to make the buttons bigger. So by making the landscape version for tablets, as I've said before multiple times, Tauros plus Amalia, they made the PC version worse. So in order to add a new feature, which was landscape on tablets, they decided, hey, in order to do this, let's make the desktop version worse. That's a perfect solution to all our problems, is what if we just made the game worse? Well, it's not a mobile for a baby. It's mobile. It's like nubile. Right? You don't call them nubile, you call them nubile. You know, just say the word, okay, wherever you are right now, just yell the word nubile as loud as you can, and you'll know why I say it mobile. Mibble? Is what? Mibble? Mobile. Mibble. My bill? I feel like you're the weird one here. All right, so I've lost the game. Yeah, we're also Canadian. Exactly. I mean, I could Bubble Beam, but that doesn't do anything, so I've just definitely lost the game. This seems like one of the worst possible matchups, too, by the way. Is Greninja. Yeah, fantastic start. Pay me. I could play the best cards you've ever heard of. It doesn't matter with a hand like this. Yep, there it is. They're gonna get the turn 2 Donk. Rare Candy, Terra Greninja, Donk. There's no way they just got it all like that. There's no way they went first, got the attachment, turn 2 Neo Upper, then Ultra Ball Rare Candy. This nuts fit in your mouth for Terra Greninja and game. What do you think they're doing? Yeah, okay, there's the Mega Greninja, so I will survive another turn, not that it matters. I would have to play, yep, that's cool. I have to play Max Rod to get the Staryu back. So what they should do is they should put the water energy back in their hand. Wait, why does the Greninja have 40 damage on it? Wait. What? Did I attack twice? Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? Why does the Greninja have 40 damage on it? Yeah. I used Bubble Beam for 20. So why does the Greninja have... Did I do it twice? No. Why does the Greninja have 40 damage on it? Yeah, see, it's a... The Greninja has... Pokemon TCG Live is worse at math. Oh, God. I gotta restart. Pokemon TCG Live is worse at math than I am. Notice how it says this Greninja has 40 damage on it. Well, all I did was attack with Misty's Staryu for 20 damage. So that should be 20 damage. And if you go here and you look at the hit points remaining, it says 330 out of 350. So somehow PTCGL is worse at math than I am, and that's saying something. Boom. YouTube short, baby. I just got a YouTube short out of that. I didn't even have to try. Yeah, now what are you going to do? Now what are you going to do? YouTube short, baby. I'm just writing it down. For Froslass Arboliva stream. PTCGL sucks at math. Yeah, game of the year. Game of the year moment. So PTCGL, very well-made game, right? Isn't this the most well-made game you've ever seen in your life? That I don't even... So when did that happen? I'm going to leave myself a note. Check to see when 20 turned into 40. Did anyone clip it? I doubt they did, because, you know, no one's cool. No one's got faster fingers than me. Yeah, I thought it had something to do with evolving. Like, how does that even work? Was it just... Like, how does that even work in terms of, like, coding it? Like, you code... How did the dev... How do you even mess that up? That the damage counters go up. They double on evolution. I don't even... This game is great. This is the greatest game ever made. You can't convince me that PTCGL is not the greatest game ever made. And I have an unplayable hand. Fantastic. So, yeah, I can get the Psyduck, but I don't want to. Maybe Major Ninja is weak to Misty's Pokemon? Maybe. Okay, I can easily win if I just get a playable card. That's not a playable card. So let's go. Oh, cool. I prized 2 Magikarp. playing a Misty's Gyarados deck. Nothing bad could happen with that. Nothing bad could happen there. If I had Night Stretchers in my hand, I would have used Flustered Leap, because this discards the bottom card of your deck, so I would have attempted it. But, yeah, I don't. So I'm not going to. And also, Misty Psyduck puts itself on the top of your deck, so it gets you nowhere. I believe I've just lost the game. You know, using my powers of ESPN, I believe I've lost the game, because Misty's Gyarados is terrible. Never mind, it's the greatest freaking deck ever made. I take everything back. I only need to hit one, so I'm just gonna, you know what, we're gonna let it ride. We're gonna let it ride, because I know we're gonna hit at least one. We hit one. I knew we were gonna hit at least one. We hit exactly one, and I also hit my Max Rod, which is really awesome. Those are some great discards. Could have hit a bunch of Misty's Pokemon. Nah, bro, you gotta hit Lillie's and Max Rod, and 2 Great Hall Net. But the Magikarp does get knocked out because it's damage from ineffective attacks, so it's not Abilities. So there's no Abilities that get... Oh my god, just stop. Just stop, Dragonfly. Just stop. Stop it. Get help, okay? Just stop. No, I think it was probably just specific to that one game. But one of my biggest regrets is that I haven't been posting the glitches on PDCGL on YouTube Shorts. In my defense, Shorts weren't a thing until very recently. But it just sucks that I have like 3 years of glitches that I could have been making money on. I could have been making 50 cents per glitch, but then I just didn't. Okay, please just hit this one, please. Damn it. But did you notice how I'm facing Dragapult and I have a really easy way to win this game as long as I don't prize 2 Magikarp? If I prize 1 Magikarp, totally fine. But I'm facing the Dust Noir build of the deck, and everything went wrong immediately. And also, I'm down 2 energy, 2 Great Hall Net, and a Max Rod, and a Night Stretcher. This deck plays a ton of recovery for obvious reasons. All right, so there's a prize. They're taking a prize. Yeah, that's just the nature of the beast. Oh, also, I can't play any items, so this needs to be... Oh my god! Are you kidding me? So not only am I playing Dragapult Dust Noir, that I prized 2 Magikarp, that I haven't seen through 2 prizes, by the way, I also prized the Psyduck. This could have been the Blaziken build. Could have very easily been the Blaziken build. Nah, bro. We're not going to give you the Blaziken build. We're going to give you the Dust Noir build. And guess what we're going to prize? Wouldn't it be hilarious if we prize the 1 card you need? And that's really fun. Okay, well, Trust Your Pilot loses this game. That was fun. Yeah, press 1 if you had as much fun as I did. All right, you know what? I think we just went 0-2 or 0-3 with this deck. We're not... That's BDCGL's sign. You know, call me Igni, because that was a sign that PDCGL does not want us to enjoy that deck. And Owen, all you got to do is make sure your cupcake is a super frosted, and then you'll understand what a backshot badge is. You know, if you've ever had a frosted cupcake, just imagine how it got like that. All right, so as long as I start a Mulga, nothing can go wrong. Okay, I didn't start a Mulga, but I did start this guy. I do have Colress's Thicacity, which is interesting. All right, so I think I just start this one and hope. Okay, that's good. That's good. I will rock you fighting. I will play with my dong because I enjoy doing that. And then I have Colress for energy, Risky Ruins, and then I have nothing after that. Fantastic. I mean, I guess the alternative is I could go... Oh, no, I can't Colress for Precious Try. I thought it was a Petrol. So pretty much the only thing I can do next turn is nothing. Pretty much the only thing I can do next turn is absolutely nothing. And it's this hand. This is the exact reason why I think a Mulga is the most important card in this deck. It's like, yes, Risky Ruins lets you pop off like you're that guy with balls on his head from My Hero Academia. But let's be real. A Mulga just guarantees that everyone has a damage counter. Risky Ruins, oh god. Okay, this is... Okay, as long as they don't play with their PP. Do not touch your PP. Yoshi, do not play with your PP. Why would you put the air balloon on a Solrock? As long as Yoshi does not touch their PP multiple times, we'll be fine. And Cardi B, absolutely Mega Lucario. 100%. Ooh, this is great. 100% Mega Lucario, never anything else. Always Mega Lucario is the #1 deck for new players. You should not be playing anything else if you're a new player. Because it just teaches you basically everything you need to know. All right, well, let's, I don't want to edge myself quite yet. Actually, I could target together. Yeah, let's try. I've never used target together before. And, ooh, they built up Paldean Tauros' damage. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, Dragapult's obviously the best deck, but Mega Lucario just teaches you so many different aspects of the trading card game that it just makes so much more sense for every new player to start it with Mega Lucario. And you can check out my guide. I basically say as much in the guide. Okay, as long as they don't have double Barbarical, double energy, we're fine. As long as this is not a Lillie's, we're fine. Okay, well, the last card in their hand is an energy. That's perfect. I win the game because I am him. I don't think there's any reason to not just hit the Zygarde, right? I was going to say, like, there's no reason to just not hit the Zygarde. Because I'm going to two-shot it no matter what. Wowzers. This deck is cracked. You know, call my butt the Liberty Bell because this thing is cracked. Look at that. Barely had to do anything. 240. God, I just wish... I don't quite know what it is. I think it's the fact that you can't play Shaymin or Psyduck or Patrat or anything. This deck is so close to being playable. Tauros is like, if there was one deck that I could... Did you seriously just top deck in energy? If there was one deck that I could hope was better, it'd be this. You know what I have to do. It'd be Tauros. You know I have to go for the Tauros. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon, flip a coin for each of your Pokemon that's Tauros in its name. I'm going for it. You know, you got Nullifying Zero, I got Target together. You know, my ex-wife and I used to go to Target together, and that's where she met her new boyfriend. But don't worry, I'm like that Bonnet in the cock chair. I'm supportive of it, and I sniff my fingers afterwards. All right, so let's go Night Stretcher for the Tauros. Also, I prized 2 Tauros, I think, but that's fine. And then Petrol for, I guess, bosses, right? I mean, I got my PP. Got Brave Bangle, I got some PP. Let's go for Pokégear. There's no way Pokégear would fail me, right? All right, target together. I should choose first. So you choose first, and then it flips. I just need literally 1 heads. 1 out of 6. Just need 1 out of 6. And hey, we went 50%. I don't think there's anything they can do to win at this point. Because even if they bench another Zygarde, I can 2-shot that very easily. But the reason that I haven't dedicated a video to this Tauros in this deck is because we're getting Backshot Badge. So because we're getting a card that lets you reflip on Tauros' target together, it was just a very obvious, well, why would I play... Oh, God. Why would I play a deck that's getting better in a month when it's not even that interesting right now? It's like, yes, it got marginally better. You know, call it a Butterfree because it got marginally better. Never mind. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so let's go target together. I'm going to go for the... No, I have to go for the Sol Rock in case I only flip 2 heads. Okay, 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 okay. Oh my god! I just needed 2! I just needed 2 heads. That was it. Just 2 heads and I win the game. Well, it did get better, right? But the thing is that it gets betterer, right? It gets betterer with the next one. Oh, there's Precious Trolley. Real useful. All right, you know what? I'm going for the Salt Rock again. I want 6 heads. We want 1 for 5 on the last coin flip. No. What the hell? What the hell? Okay. Oh, so I am 3 and... In my last 12 coin flips, I have flipped 3 heads. So I'm 3 and 9 in my last 12 coin flips. And Owen, the first 2 hours was Froslass decks. And then the last hour is just, you know, chat decided. Chat wanted me to play Tauros and Gyarados and stuff. And then I'll get back to a little bit of Froslass after this. But as I mentioned earlier, we're in the taint right now. And because we're deep inside the taint, then it's just, it's just choose your own adventure at this point, really. Right, there's no good decks left that are worth a YouTube video, but I still want to stream because I'm not deep inside my Pitch Black preview stuff yet. So unlike Lemmy Winks that got stuck somewhere, it's not Pitch Black out yet. All right, well, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna give you a thumbs up that I got it like that, unless you have Unfair Stamp. Because you played Lilies. Do you think they have Unfair Stamp? That could very well be their ace spec. No, I just beat off a Mega Zygarde. It wasn't even close. I absolutely obliterated them. Like they were a taint. I just gave them a thumbs up to let them know, because there's no way... You know, tell me, which of these 6 emotes lets your opponent know that I have game in hand? Which of these 6 do you think is appropriate? Which of these 6? Well, we got a thumbs up and that's about it. We got a thumbs up and nothing else. And Ace Wing Build and Battle has more players than Expanded right now. Yeah, that was so good. Back on PDCGO, you used to say, well played, you have a good deck. In addition to emotes, you could actually say things and people understood that, oh, well played means, you know, I got it, or you don't got it, and you're saying, well played, and like, hey, you have a fun deck. Build and Battle is a coin flip? Well, no, just Build and Battle. The problem with Build and Battle is not the format itself, it's 2026. Right? The problem with Build and Battle is 2026. And yes, theme was good. Theme was good. I will admit that. Theme was very good, but it got kind of out of balance real quick. But 2026 has just been such a crap year for, well, I guess the whole Mega Evolution block, except base set, really. All right, I win this game if I Pokegear into... Ooh, we got double Pokegear. There's Colress's Thicacity, which is the one I don't need. So in this situation, I think I hold the gear. No. No, we don't do that. All right, do I... Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Okay, well, the good news is no matter what happens, I can do the thing next turn. So I think it's okay. Because even if I prize Precious Trolley, well, then if they Budew me, then I'm screwed. So yeah, why did I play the Pokegear if I was worried about Budew, and my Budew hope, or my hope was that I Petrol for Trolley, but I can't do that if they Budew me? Don't ask smart questions, okay? This is not what we do on this channel. We do not ask smart questions. We just let the streamer do whatever he wants, okay? We close our eyes, we open our mouths, and whatever happens next is a good thing. And yeah, I do miss Theme. It's just obviously Theme got out of whack really quickly because with every new set, we got better and better Theme decks. So all the Theme decks from Black and White and X and Y, they were just terrible. Trolley. Anything from the trolley, dears? Anything from the trolley? All right, I'm going to lose now, but that's fine. All right, so 1, 2, sure. 1, 2. All right, thank you, PTCGL. Thank you. I did not know what was happening. I'm so glad you showed me. Thank you. I had no idea what was happening. I am so happy that you were able to show me. Still Villain? I mean, I'll play Still Villain before it rotates because that is a good, interesting card. You know, I might have to hit a Waitress, though. Is Wayne Brady going to have to hit a Waitress? I just might. Also, fun fact, my opponent might lose the game if they attack. This is hilarious, because if they attack, all 4 of my Tauros are going to have damage counters. Oh, they're going to use Nebula Beam. Well, actually, that's fine, because that means I don't have to worry about them taking a double KO. All right, so I don't quite know what I'm doing. There's a bosses. This is a bit risky. So I think I just go Polaris for Risky Ruins. Oh, never mind. You know what? You know, apparently 4 Risky Ruins in a deck is not enough when you prize 2 of them. All right, so that's going to go there. I have to Night Stretcher. I have to Butt Scratcher for the Tauros. And then I can't risk that they have Wally's Compassion. Like, I would really love to use Premium Power Pro. I'd love to drink some Gatorade right now. But I can't risk that they have Wally's energy and they do all the stupid stuff and they knock this dude out. But I can still take the knockout next turn. It is figuratively possible that I take the... Yeah, see? See? I told you. Do they not have energy? Ah, oh, they do. Boo. Boo. Surfing Beach? You should be playing Risky Ruins. All right, so I think whoever they put the damage on, I have to attack with. Because I can't risk them taking... Oh, yeah. So I can't risk them taking a 2-prize turn. And no, because Stovillain requires 2 fire. The problem with Stovillain isn't that its balls are really smooth. It's that it requires 2 fire. So it's how do you get 2 fire energy on a Stovillain? This is perfect. I just won. I just won the game. I told you, Tauros is great. I don't want to play it until Backshot Badge comes out. That's the problem. Is I knew it was going to be good. I knew it was going to be fun, but I just made a video on it. And I wanted to wait until you can reflip on target together. And wait, Goliath, was that you? I'm sorry that you didn't get anything. I'm sorry that PDCGL hates you more than me. All right, so let's play Trust Your Pilot Froslass Rotom deck. Ooh, I'm facing someone over 1,500. Yeah, if you never played PDCGO, you missed out on one of the best starting points for any player, which was the theme format. Theme format was pre-constructed, everyone had access to the same decks, and it was all about playing your cards right or weakness advantage. And that was it. But it was still fun, okay? I played thousands of games in the theme format because that's what we did back then. You know, back in my day, we didn't have build and battle or everyone getting free cards. We had to, back in my day, Goliath, wait, you just went from sub to unsubbed. Goliath, you get timed out because you said a bad word when you weren't subbed. That was kind of funny that you were subbed and then you got immediately unsubbed. All right, so I have to, I think, attach the fire energy to this guy and then go end turn and then lose. But yeah, normally I would have let that slide, but you started the day with really purple veiny balls, but then as soon as you said a bad word, your balls disappeared. Drebulon, I feel like that's some very weird reference to something that nobody else will understand. Oh, wait, was that Grandpa Simpson? Name the last time I faced a Dragapult deck that didn't have a turn 1 or turn 2 Lilies. You literally can't. Yeah, see, I knew it. See, I know. And there's Goliath. There we go. Now you can say a bad word, Goliath. Because you gave me money. You paid the troll toll. You paid the troll toll. Oh, I'm going to judge whatever card you get. It's going to be a Budew. Oh, yeah, say goodbye to that Dracloak that you're going to get right back after I give you a Lilies off a judge. Press 1 if I'm going to judge them into Lilies. Press 2 if this is going to be the first Dragapult player in history that doesn't get what they need. All right, well, this deck does not have a counter to Dragapult, unfortunately. This deck has a counter to a lot of things. It does not have a Dragapult counter, which is slightly unfortunate. There is no way you can counter Dragapult unless you have a decent start and then you use Azelf, but that clearly ain't happening. And I obviously judge them into a Lilies. There's no way. They're thinking. There's no way they didn't get a Lilies. Oh my goodness. I don't think they got a Lilies. Oh, they got a Petrol. So they're going to Petrol for Lilies for next turn or just go for Poké Pad and believe in Dracloak. No way. Okay, so they have a Blaziken. Okay, they have a Blaziken in their hand. Foodler, cool people. Okay, this is weird. I guess I go Lucky Helmet, retreat into the Stunfisk, Prism Energy, and then Pouncing Trap, and then lose the game. And Hydro Thunder Hurricane is the best arcade game of all time. Or I guess that was Xbox Live Arcade. Hydro Thunder is the best arcade game of all time. I think, no, what was the best? It was Wings of the Moon. When I first started PDCGO, it was back when Crimson Invasion came out. Which was, okay, that's pretty cool. Which was the final set of the first year of Sun and Moon. Ooh, this is interesting. It's terrible, but it's interesting. And then Pouncing Trap. So it was the final set of the first year of Sun and Moon. I think it was Wings of the Moon, which was Lunala focused. It was headlined by Lunala. That was the theme deck that just everyone was playing. You either played it or you lost to it. There was no in between. And then just every new set that came out from then with theme decks, they just kept getting a good one and a better one. Jagbot. Well, I didn't know what I was doing, so it was fine. You know, I was learning the game. So it wasn't like I started and like, oh, Crimson Invasion, blah, blah, blah. No, it was totally fine. You know, yes, Crimson Invasion was one of the worst sets ever printed. There's literally like 2 good cards in there. And one of them was Counter Dane. Countercatcher? Countercatcher was one of them. Wow. They unfair stamped into jamming. They unfair stamped into everything. And I'm playing a tool deck. My deck is all about tools. So that's fun. Yep. My deck is literally just about tools. So I think I have to bring up the monkey and then Pouncing Trap so I can knock it out. Well, it's an effect on the defending Pokemon. And Genji, what was the point of Petra Candy? I don't know. But it's an effect on the defending Pokemon. So it works infinitely if you keep doing it. But if they switch or you take a knockout or they evolve or whatever, it breaks the lock. Foodler, that's pretty good. So you can keep doing it, but you have to attack every single turn. So you have to use Pouncing Trap once, and then as long as they don't switch or retreat, you're fine. Or as long as they don't switch, then you can do the thing. But obviously they're going to have Dragapult, and I'm going to lose, and I can't play Battle Cage, and the world is going to end. And there's a Hawlucha. Thank you. Definitely what I needed right now. So wait, have I not played? Is my only supporter this game been boss? Oh no, I've played a bunch of stuff. I just don't have anything to show for it. I've done a bunch of things. I mean, if they don't get a Dragapult this turn, maybe, but the fact that they put Jamming Tower down is just like, yeah, PDCGL knew what they were doing. PDCGL decided, hey, you're not going to win this one. You're facing a Dragapult deck that got an early Munkidori. You have nothing. You have to attack with Stun Fist. Even if you were firing on all cylinders, you were going to lose anyway because it's Dragapult. All right, so 74. And let's do this. Let's try one more time. So this is Froslass Rotom. I will switch off to a different one because I just wanted to play some Froslass decks today. That was basically the overarching theme. The overarching theme. We were barely firing a single Cyndaquil back there. Damn straight. No, let's go second. I know, right? Arboliva Froslass, I told you. Arboliva Froslass. I looked at the results. Okay, wow, I play a ton of basics too. I play probably 12 basics. All right, well, we got the Moltres start. That's pretty good. And no supporter. We got the Moltres start and no supporter. So it's kind of looking like I'm going to have to Ultra Ball for a Snorunt and then lose the game because this is whatever we're facing is a terrible matchup. What the hell? Okay. Interesting. Things are getting slightly interesting. That's a terrible card to get right now. Let's go get rid of you and you. I'm going to have to go for the Snorunt. I do lose if they just have the simplest combo in the history of the world, which is Rare Candy, Terra Greninja, Ignition Energy. The game is over if that happens because Moltres does not resist fighting. And even if it did, I still would probably lose. And Goliath, I look at the toes first. You know, doesn't matter what's above the ankles for me. All right, well, I get to knock out Budew. That's pretty cool. And then I get a Mega Froslass, which is really bad because I can knock it out pretty easily. But if they just go for Budew, that's a free prize. And then I have Mega Froslass, which is 3 free prizes for them. But I can't do math, so I know that taking 1 prize and then giving them 3, that's actually good. That's actually the perfect strategy, is you're supposed to do that. And, you know, if they have a Pheasantipity, even better. Still no supporters. You love putting 8 to 10 draw supporters in your deck, and then PDCGL saying, nah, you don't need support. You don't need to draw cards. You know, it's your fault for not putting Dudunsparce in the deck. Fun fact, we lose Dunsparce and Dracloak in March, so we're going to need a new card that draws, a new Pokemon that draws cards. And I don't know if you know this, but it's not looking like we're going to get one. You know, we need to know 30th Celebration, we need to know Delta Rain, and then our March set. But we don't currently have a replacement for Dudunsparce or Dracloak when it just comes to stage 1s that draw cards. Oh god, the Rapid... No, we're not playing the Rapidash, okay? We're not playing the Rapidash. Which does not rotate... If the world gets to a place where we have to play Rapidash, we're not playing Rapidash. But Pheasantipity, the Dunsparce, Dracloak, those all rotate. We are not playing Rapidash. It just draws you a card, okay? We're not playing Rapidash. No, we're not playing Zoroark. Oh god, we're gonna have to play Zoroark, aren't we? Oh no. We're gonna live in a world where it's gonna be Zoroark or Rapidash. Yeah, or maybe we'll just see more adoption of Toucannon next year, because that's gonna be a great card for its entire life. And I'm super excited about Toucannon. Fun fact, did you know this? There's a Pokemon with 2 cannons on its back, and there's a Pokemon called Toucannon, and they're not the same. That's a tweet I made that got no likes. And I was quite proud of it, even though it got no likes. But I feel like we're going to have to get some sort of... Okay. We're going to have to get something. Do I have an... I don't have an energy. I have a Froslass. Can I get a card? Ooh, that's a card that I don't... I guess I just put the Legacy Energy. And I go, them's fighting wangs. Because I could have taken the knockout, but that would have made too much sense. Yeah, obviously they're going to get a turn. But I think putting the Mega Froslass in harm's way wouldn't have really helped me out. It would have just given me a prize, and then that prize would have been like a Poffin, and then what the hell do I do? Alright, well, they're not bossing. If they aren't careful, this could go real bad for them. You definitely have to play a couple more cards. You got to play at least 2 more cards here, Luis Guzam. You got to play at least 2. Did they attach for turn? Okay, they attached the Team Rocket's energy. You still got to play 1 more card, or else the game is over and I win. Got to play 1 more. Oh, wait, they're retreating. Why? Oh, to get more... Oh, this is a terrible decision. In no world should they do this. Because if I mean, obviously they know I'm not going to have bosses because, I mean, it's PDCGL and it's me. But in any other world, you would never do this. Genji, what do you mean? We have Petrol and we have Colress. What do you mean? We got Petrol and we got Colress. Well, there's a lucky helmet. I don't really have a choice. I have to take the knockout. As much as I don't want to, I literally have to. Because I can't let them have 2 different Greninja. I have to basically be like, yeah, what are you going to do now, bro? You know, what are you going to do when I'm drawing no cards? And Fugler, well, then we got Petrol, baby. You know, we got Hilda, we got Petrol. There's a Snorunt, that's fine. I can still do all the things, but yeah, notice how they're playing cards and I'm not. Well, no, Petrol can get, yeah, Stadium, Tool, Item, Supporter. What are they doing? No, stop playing cards. No, Guzam, stop playing cards, okay? You're going to have to put energy back into your hand. What are you doing? What is happening? Stop playing cards. You are doing everything wrong. No, okay, yes, that's fine, that's fine. You got to play 2 more, though. Unless you don't Ninja Spinner. You got to play 2 more. Okay, well, yeah, you got to fail the Hilda, though. Unless, yeah, unless they can evolve. What are you doing? Guzam, what is happening over there? Like, I know they have a bunch of things, and they have Mega Froslass, but like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Brittany Broski? Okay, so there we go. Uxie, Poké Pad. Let's go Poké Pad for Snorunt. I don't have a way of dealing with Mega Froslass because there's no metal types that exist in the world. Only pain. And then Poké Pad for another Snorunt. And then all I need to do to win is literally nothing. All I have to do to win is attack. That's it. I attack and I win the game. These are all terrible cards, though. All right, so Stunfisk down. Let's put Basic Fire there. Let's go Air Balloon. Yeah, I'm taking 3 prizes. So that goes there. And then Counter Gain on Moltres. And then Resentful Refrain for 500. No, because I just put a bunch of tools in the deck. And it was more or less, it allows me to hit some weaknesses like grass and fire and stuff. Well, I win the game if they don't affect my hand. The game, I have double Night Stretcher for Mega Froslass and Water Energy, and the game is over and I win and I'm awesome. Yeah, no Rotom EX. We don't do that here. We don't mess around with Rotom EX. Rotom EX is a terrible card that no one should ever use. Just play the Rotom on their own. Because if you have 5 tools in play, that's 150 damage. So you're doing 300, or if you have Brave Bangle, you know you're doing 360. Just hit for the right weaknesses and you win. I mean, they have to knock out my Mega Froslass. That's number 1. They can't win the game this turn. I'm obviously just going to give them like my Uxie or something. So I'm not quite sure what they're doing. They got to do something. I guess they're going to Mortal Shuriken my Froslass and draw 3. Oh yeah, they're going to Lily's first, but they had an 8-card hand. So that hand must have sucked. Well, no, I just need to take 1 prize, right? I don't need to do any. I attack and I win. Right? It's like I don't need to trap the Mimikyu. I could. It's an option. But I attack once with Mega Froslass and that's game. Yeah, I tried. Remember, I tried this. I just went Greninja Sneasel. I didn't go Greninja Froslass Sneasel. And Shiny Ray, the typo ruined your life. The typo ruined your joke. How dare your toes be too thick? The downside to having thick toes, am I right? All right, then water. And yep. And then bosses. And let's knock out the Mimikyu because it's funny. Let's knock out the Mimikyu because it's funny. And we prize the Azelf. Fantastic. All right, well, I can choose the prediction outcome. 1 person chose 12 plus. So 1 person chose the 12 plus option. So whoever that was, congratulations. You just won a ton of channel points. All right, so that was Froslass Rote. Let's do Froslass Moltres. It's pretty much the exact same thing. Let's do Froslass Moltres, which is the exact same thing. How many supporters we got? 1 million? There's no way we don't get them. Yeah, you shouldn't, the downside to putting so much lotion on your feet. And Clam Burglar, what's not confusing is my win-loss record. As long as it's in the pluses, we're good. And Kilometers, I know, Kilometers, you're the only one who believes Among Us. Did you know they made an animated series about it? There's an animated series called Among Us. And hit Susan. Okay, everyone, press 1 if they should be timed out for that Pop-Tarts joke. Press 2 if they should be pinned. So 1 for timeout, 2 for pin. Okay, look, great starting hand if I had a basic. And, okay, even better. All right, okay, my point is invalidated. All right, well, looks like you're getting pinned. You win this round. And, oh, is it actually good? I just, the fact that they made an Among Us TV show that's exclusive to streaming is just very weird. Okay, Prism. Oh, so this must be Ceruledge. So then I win. The game is over and I have won. Though, I think my only water type is the Froslass. So this is actually a really bad matchup. I'm going second, which is good. Yeah, I don't know if I win this one. I don't. So then you must hate Clam Burglar. So because you love a good joke. Well, then you must be a mirror. Oh, okay, damn it. You say then you must be Clam Burglar's mirror if you love a good joke. Get it? Get it? Because it's implying that I don't even know what I'm implying anymore. Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing here anymore? Does anyone even know? Like, if you've made it this far in the VOD, if you're on the VOD's channel and you made it 2 hours and 45 minutes in, or I guess 2:40-ish, because I chop off the first 3 minutes. If you made it this far, comment down below. I don't know what I'm doing here. I used to be someone. I used to have a future, but now I'm watching this guy, playing a game that he hates, that sucks, that doesn't even work properly. Where did we go wrong? Yeah, we're here to suffer together. You know, you've heard of journey together. We're here to suffer together. All right, well, I believe I have lost this game. But what if I didn't? Did you ever stop to think about that? All right, so let's see Pokemon Catcher. That's cool. I don't really know what I plan on doing with this, but I guess something. All right, so let's put the Solrock there. Let's play with my balls, get rid of that and that. What do we got here? Do I even have anything? Not really. Do I even have a way to win this game? No, not really. But I've put myself in the best position to have a good turn one. All right, well, that's fine. So let's go for Snorunt Azelf. And then Prism Energy. Yeah. And then, yeah, just painful memories and hope they don't got it like that. Most likely they do, though. And I would really like to attack again with the Uxie, but I doubt I will be able to. You know, they're going to have to Prism Tower. If they don't have a good hand, they will just Prism Tower. Ooh, okay, that's potentially good. Because if they put another basic down, that just basically means that Azelf is going to clap their cheeks. Because Azelf is probably going to be the card that wins me this game. You know, I know I went quad Snorunt, but they don't really have abilities. Drillbur would be nice if you put that into play. I would not be upset about that. Did they do it in the wrong order, or do they have a fight? Oh, they do have a fighting energy. Okay. Yeah, painful memories. I know, right? Oh, there's Karma. Damn it, they're playing. They're smart. This is not fair. You're not allowed to be smart. Yeah, there's not much I can do. They basically just win because I don't have an answer to anything. You know, if Uxie had 80 hit points, or if Solrock did hit for resistance, we'd be fine. But that's not the world we're living in. All right, let's just go for Mega Froslass. Let's just see if we can, you know, either win with style or fall with style or whatever Buzz Lightyear did. I don't know. And then let's go Ultra Ball away these two. Let's go get Mega Froslass, which I know is in the deck. And then, yeah, we'll get that guy. Lily's Termination. Okay. So I have a choice here. None of them are particularly great. If I put the lucky helmet on the Mega Froslass, that doesn't really help. Right? Doesn't really. So I think I'd rather have the Air Balloon on this guy. And then I just go Resentful Refrain. I'm going to build up damage on the Lunatone. Hopefully they have to put a Fez into play. Otherwise I can... Because I know there's almost zero chance. There's almost zero chance that my Mega Froslass is getting knocked out this turn. So the strat... Yeah, thank you, PDCGL. Just heal on the Lunatone. That's exactly what Froslass's ability does. What I'm going to do now is I basically have to boss as a Charcadet. Or if I believe in the heart of the Lilies, I can retreat. So given the Air Balloon was smart. But it's basically as soon as they get to what? Oh god, trust your pilots to do math. 14 energy? Yes, 14 energy. Then they can knock out a Mega Froslass. So this was kind of a not great decision. Not the smartest decision I've ever made in my life. But I basically just have to kind of tank with Mega Froslass. And then who knows? You know, Lunatone will get knocked out at some point. I just kind of have to hope they put someone into play. Right? Because if they just keep with this strategy, they're going to win. I needed them to put the Drillbur down. I need them to put a Pheasantipity down. I need like a Meowth down. They are playing this exactly how they need to. And there's not a whole lot I can do to win other than just hope, because they're going to put 70 with the Solrock on my Froslass. That's going to soften it up and mean they only need, oh god, I got to do more math. They only need what, 10? 240. No, they would need 11 energy, which they're basically at, because they'll retreat off one, they'll attach another. So yeah, they'll have it no matter what. This is just mean. All right, there's Fighting Dong again. Oh, man, just evolve into a Ceruledge. Nothing bad will happen. Damn it. Okay, so they're going to do 70 damage. I have to boss as a Charcadet. There's no one on my side of the field who can necessarily do anything right now. The Hawlucha's doing nothing. I can't risk... Oh, God. If I top deck a Prism Energy, then I will bosses the Charcadet and take the knockout with Vengeful Kick. Because that's just 90 damage if they have a damage counter on them. So I think if I top deck Prism Energy, I will boss a Charcadet and take the knockout with Hawlucha. Suck my butt. Okay. Well, I could suck someone's butt if I wanted to. Let's go Air Balloon on you. Air Balloon there. And then... yeah, just bosses this guy. Do I bother with Prism Tower? It feels like I shouldn't, so I'm not going to. It feels like, you know, I want to get rid of the Stun Fist, but I want to keep both Night Stretcher because I might need to Night Stretcher back the Mega Froslass and a Water Energy. Hey, there's another bosses, baby. If they don't bench another Charcadet, I'm going to win. The game is literally over if they don't bench another Charcadet. So that's pretty cool. And they can't knock out a Froslass. Ah, crap. All right. Well, okay. That's bad. And there's another Lillie's. Good God. Can you just not draw everything every turn? Seems like they didn't. If they don't knock out the Froslass this turn, my chances of winning just skyrocketed. But yeah, they only need, what, 10? What was it? Did I say 11? Here comes the Ceruledge. They're going to have to retreat off one. So if they just, if they get rid of one energy off of the Ultra Ball, then they go for Ceruledge. They retreat off the energy with Solrock. But the Lunatone is going to get knocked out very soon. And I have the double stretcher KO on the Ceruledge. So they have to put 4 more energy in the discard pile. Well, actually, two more. 240, 214. Yeah, they need 2 more energy in the discard pile. So this will be 1 here. They need to put 2 more energy. My other option is I don't have another option. I was going to say, my other option is I don't have one, and they need another Ceruledge. They also have Prism Tower. They will not have Lunatone, though. And Azelf won't get the job done because it's 10 for each damage counter, so that'd be, what, 140? Which is unfortunate. All right, well, we're just going to have to hope Mega Froslass survives. The damn Prism Tower, though, right? All right, that's going to go there. I don't think I have a counter stadium. I honestly don't think I have a counter stadium, but we'll find out. And there's that. All right, let's see. What would my counter stadium be anyway? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's going to go there. And retreat into you. All right, well, here we go. Hey, Barky, you're not subbed. You gotta be subbed to say stuff like that. And then, do I have time for another game? We do, because the game's either ending this turn or next turn. Yeah, if they had just started Drillbur, I win this game. Or if they had to put the Drillbur down at any point, I win the game. It's just if they have Ceruledge energy, if they have Ceruledge and 3 energy in the hand, they win. Because they need 14 total, and they just have Prism Tower for... Okay, well, they got it no matter what, because they have Blender and Prism Tower. And I would imagine they have a Night Stretcher in their hand. Yeah, they've only played 2. So between Prism Tower and Blender, they definitely have it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. They got it. All right, so for the final game, we will not make it to Master League or to 1500s again, which I think I might have had like 1480 something there, but it was close. If I just played the Wash Rotom, I would have won this game. Because this is what all the tools are. If you're wondering, what are all the tools for? Well, those are just my viewers. Ba-dum-bum. The tools are there for Rotom, which has clearly been a terrible idea, and I should just play Moltres, Brave Bangle, with Froslass, and I don't know why I put all the tools in there. But I was thinking, what if I hit all the weaknesses? What if I just hit all the weaknesses? Wouldn't that make more sense? But that clearly didn't work. Also, I don't know what this is, but it's going to work, okay? I guarantee you I'm going to win this game unless it's Dragapult or Greninja or a spread deck. I'm going to win this game unless it's 80% of the meta. And Forgotten One? No, it'll be Friday probably. Because I can't post it until people start opening the pre-release kits, but that probably won't happen until Thursday or Friday. So I can't post a video until YouTubers start opening the product, but Pokemon has become a bit more strict with letting product go to stores earlier. So you're seeing less and less pre-release kits arrive early. So I'm at the mercy of the internet, essentially. But the good news is that kits will be arriving in... Okay. All right. Press 1 if I should unmod Clam Burglar. But so hopefully Thursday, they will start posting the openings, and Friday I'll get the video, because the pre-releases don't start until... Hey, everyone's typing 1. Pre-releases don't start till Saturday, so if I wait until Friday, it's fine. You know, it's obviously the earlier the better. The earlier you pre-release, the better. And, well, the only time I'm allowed to unmod Clam Burglar is if Never Gonna Let Me Down is here. So if Never Gonna Let Me Down isn't here, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Because another mod has to be here to time out Clam Burglar, and the only reason to unmod Clam Burglar is to time them out. Yeah, so unfortunately, there's just... The only thing that would happen... Oh, wait, Lena's here. Yeah, Lena's... Okay, yeah, never mind. Yeah, sorry, Clam Burglar. Sorry, Clam Burglar. Well, this is the last game of the stream. I'm going to raid Sunny, and we have an unplayable hand. Fantastic. Put 4 Uxie in the deck. And this is the hand we get. Oh, and it's a spread. Oh, it's the worst possible spread deck. Wow, I could not have imagined a worse spread deck. All right, yeah, we're out of here. We're out of here. We're trying again. I'll be honest, I forgot Lena was a mod, okay? Lena is the newest mod on the... Well, I mean, I guess technically Clam Burglar is the newest mod on the channel, but Lena's the newest mod on the channel. So it's, you know, I'm just so used to it just being Eevee and Clam Burglar and then Never Gonna Let Me Down. Okay, we got this. I went second last time, and that did not work out, so we're going to go first this time. We're going to start Uxie. We're going to start an energy, and it's going to be perfect. We started everyone but Uxie. Everyone but Uxie is here. But we're fine. We are totally fine. Oh, this is the easiest win of my life. The easiest freaking win of my life. Let's go for this guy and this guy. Yeah, we'll go for that and that, and then Azelf down, Poké Pad for Snorunt. Absolutely goated, and then I will attach that. End turn. No way I lose this game, right? When's the last time I lost a game against a deck that had Kangaskhan? Well, if this is Slowking, I lose. So hopefully it's not... Uh-oh, it might be Slowking. Uh-oh. Well, the good news is this is damage counters, not oh, God. Okay, well, I lose this one. That was fun. Press 1 if you had fun. It was such an easily winnable game. Such a winnable game. Yeah, it's just, except that my cheat spreading abilities are not as... What are they? What? Okay, they copy and pasted a list from a long time ago. They clearly, or they don't believe in Metagross. Either that or they just don't believe in Metagross so hard that like, I'm not playing Metagross because I am sticking with the thing that you're not allowed to do 300 damage. You're not allowed to do 300 damage. Oh, okay. That's really bad. Wow, I should have just called it a stream after that last game. I'm about to get my butt absolutely blown out here. Press 1 if you enjoy watching me get my butt blown out. They didn't even run errand. They just had a lilies in their hand like that. So I'm not sure if there's any world where I can win this game. Unless they prized all their Kyurem. Okay, Lena, I thought you were cool, Lena. All right, let's go. Attach to you. Poffin for, I guess, a Uxie. I don't know. Abra. Sure, let's go for Abra. And let's Morty for 4. Get Air Balloon Psychic. I got one of those things. All right, if they Kyurem this turn, I'll just concede and we'll call it a day. So yeah, it turns out Arboliva Froslass kind of goated. I had an inkling, like I'm in Splatoon, that it was going to be good because, you know, I looked at the results on Limitless and it did real good. But it kind of exceeded my expectations. As long as you don't face Dragapult, or if you do face Dragapult, you have a, you know, a playable hand. Kind of an important piece of the puzzle is a playable hand if you're facing Dragapult with that. I just remodded you, Clamburglar. I just remodded you. I literally remodded you 10 seconds ago, and you're like, hey, this is a great idea. What if I was unmodded immediately and they got the Kyurem and that's GG? All right, well, that's, I'm out of here. Let's raid Sunny. Yeah, that one was fine. That one was fine. We'll raid Sunny. Sunny TCG. Only a 2-1 record. Imagine only having 2-2. Geez, Sunny, get on my level here. I've won 12 games. You've only won 2. And Sunny's been live for over 2 hours, won 2 games. What a nerd. So yeah, we'll raid Sunny. I'll be back on Saturday. I think I've pretty much locked in that I won't stream until Saturday just because I want to make sure that I do the set list. I want to do the pre-release guide. And I want to prep all my, you know, new Dex videos. So it's going to be a busy week for the pilot. And then next week, probably like 1 stream, because I do want to try and prep some videos for my hiatus. Like I have the videos from the gaming channel that'll go on there, but those are lazy. You know, I did spend like 100 hours on one of those videos, but those are lazy.